tonight we are talking about how to stay on your current GLP-1 dose, insurance appeal tips that work. So I was doing a little bit of research because I got a request from Deb to talk about this, not Deb, from Bev to talk about this topic. And so I really want to help her out. She's having a bit of a dilemma. So I'm going to text her because I don't know if she's in the chat. I don't know if she can remember, but how are you guys doing tonight? How are you guys doing? Hey, Delilah, I see Delilah came in. How are you guys feeling? Taisha says she's feeling good, no complaints, pretty good. I'm actually feeling good. I feel rested for some reason, and I think I want to say between 6 and 8, maybe between 6 and 7 hours of sleep. But I was still up when I went to the restroom. I got up and instead of getting on my phone though, I just laid there until I went back to sleep. So maybe that's why I feel rested. I've had such a busy week. You know, we have testing this week for my students, so it's just busy, like a hustle and bustle of it all. So, but other than that, I am feeling great. So you guys in the chat, can you let me know, have you guys, has anybody had to file an appeal with their insurance company because the insurance company tried to titrate them up faster than they wanted to? Has anybody had that experience? Let me see. Let me text Bev because I want her to come in here and so we can help her out with her little situation. Okay, I'm texting her. I think she had something going on Wednesday nights, but she was going to try to make it to the live. So I gave her some advice, but I thought if somebody is in here that maybe could help her, that would be God. Beverly, there she is. Hey, Bev, I just texted you. Oh, so she says, hey, Darlene says tired, but here, yes. I'm not tired though, but I can relate. You know, I just got a lot of stuff going on. I can't even talk about it on Sunday when I tell my week because I don't think I'm going live on Sunday. Hey, Nia, how are you? So Bev has a situation. So I'm going to tell it the best way I can so she doesn't have to type as much. But if I mess up, Bev, please help me out. So we just want to give her our GLP-1 love and support. And then I do have some tips because when she called me, I talked to somebody who I know who had a little bit of experience with this. I always say a little bit of an experience with this. And then, I looked up some things really quick to just kind of help her out. So, and I don't know anybody out there. I hear insurance companies are giving people a hard time with staying on their schedule, right? The schedule that's best for them and their body, and kind of making people move up faster than they want to. And so, and of course that varies insurance company to insurance company. That varies probably, from a state to state. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just different, depending on your insurance company and the doctor. That's why I always say the doctor is so important on this journey. So this is Bev's scenario. I'm going to tell you her scenario. And then if you guys, have anything you could add to this, we'll help her out. And then I gave her some just off the cuff kind of tips and things that she could do, which sounded like a good idea, right? So I hope it works for her. But Bev, I have even more things since we spoke. So let's see. What are you guys saying? Simply Taisha says she has not had that experience. Jen said I have, but it went through. Okay, so maybe you could give us some tips, and maybe the tips I'm giving, maybe you have something extra to add, Jen. Nia says, good evening, Dee Dee and chat. Hey there. Oh, we have Miss Tia. I love that. Miss Tia 08. Hi, everyone. I'm new to the channel. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to the live. You have to tell us a little bit about you so we can get to know you. Taisha says, take a quick moment and hit the like button, fam. Yes, thank you. Take a quick moment and hit the like button. So, I'll just start off with trying to tell Bev's story. And then if you guys can relate in any kind of way, or you have something to add, just put it in the chat. So I'm going to do my best to explain so she doesn't have to type everything out. And then like I said, Bev, if I leave something out, we could go from there. So Bev is on Wegovy. And if I'm not mistaken, she's lost 42 pounds, which is great. Now, I don't remember the number of weeks. I want to say it's probably like 20 26 weeks or something like that. So hey, Mel to the B. Hey, Mel. So I want to say she's lost 29 weeks. It's not in the 20s. I know, Bev, you could help us out with that. But anyway, she's lost 42 pounds. She's on Wegovy 0.5. She wants to move up to 1, right? This is Wegovy. She wants to move up to 1.0. And so when the doctor put in the request, the insurance denied her, denied the doctor, denied her. And the reason was they said that she should be on 1.75. And so she does not want to go up to 1.75 because, like I said, she's lost that, 42 pounds being on 0.5. And she does want to go up, just the one step up, but she doesn't want to jump up to the 1.75. And one of the main reasons why we all say that, we know now that titrating up, you could be successful on this medication with, weight loss and bringing your A1C down if you titrate up, slowly but surely, right? So she, 28 weeks on Wegovy, Bev says she's been on it 28 weeks on Wegovy. So, right. So she's titrated up, once already, right? She went from 2.5 to 5, right? So now she wants to titrate up to that 1. And she said she was having some GIP issue. Is that right? GIP, not GIP, GI issues, right? Gastrointestinal issues. And she's having those issues. And so if she's having them on 0.5, she's already a little, kind of hesitant about going up to the 1.0. But instead of going up to the 1.0, the insurance company wants to jump her all the way to 1.75. So she is doing such a great job. So, she wants to know, her doctor's filing an appeal. And so one of the things that, I suggested to her is, let the doctor, file the appeal, but you look at it first, right? I want her to know what's in that appeal. What is the doctor saying? One of the things I thought was, she's going into the doctor and weighing in, but she's not weighing in with the doctor every single day. So luckily she has been using a Renpho scale, and not that you have to use that particular scale, but she's been using a scale that has been tracking her weight every week. And I told her, send that to your doctor so that your doctor can, have a weight loss trail, if she was taking measurements. So I don't know if anybody else is taking measurements, but if you're taking measurements, that would be something that would be good, because remember, Wegovy is just the weight loss, but not necessarily, it's not tied to the A1C or being diabetic. So really, she would just need to show that it's helping with that. Also, a recommendation too is to show that it's helping with other things besides the weight loss, like if it brought your blood pressure down. But we'll get into more specifics of, like that in a few minutes here. But another thing too is I told her to actually call and speak to the insurance company as well, because the friend I know that did that got results when they talked to the insurance company directly. And so they were able to tell that doctor what to put in, the letter. So they got this from just calling up the insurance company. So that's what I recommended. So here are some things, I did some research. Those were just the 2 things I thought of off the top of my head, is for her to, contact that doctor, know what the doctor is writing. Because I think a lot of times we just trust the doctors to do it, and we don't know what they're writing, and then it gets denied. I've heard so many people who are content creators talk about that it was denied. And then they had to refile again, and they had to get all this documentation and everything. So it could be denied the first time, but I just kind of want her to go armed with a lot of that stuff. So this is some of the things I see. Jen in the chat said she thought it was an easy fix. So I'm just going to go through really quick some things, and this could be for anybody. Any of us could get to this point where we need to appeal to our insurance company so we don't get have to titrate up, so quickly. So of course we know, give your basic information, your name, your date, your insurance information, put that in, hopefully your doctor put all that in the letter, but I would request to see that letter, whatever the doctor is, writing and give a purpose for writing the appeal. And when I say a purpose, just basically being factual about, what dosage you are currently on and, why you want to stay on that dose without titrating up. And then, your medical information, medical necessity explanation. So basically saying, are you having a success at your current dosage, which we know that Bev is, right? Because she's lost 42 pounds. And I want to say that was 28 weeks in the comments I saw. I would talk about those side effects. And I would, I had told her this too. I would talk about how, you are having some side effects, issues. And if you're having that now on a lower dose, you don't want to skip, and move up so fast, because if you're having those things now, they may be worse potentially when you move up. And then I would just, provide anything that your doctor notated, like, high blood pressure went down. I don't know if your doctor is keeping track of your fat, that, if the amount of fat has gone up or down. I don't know if your doctor is keeping track of anything else, but whatever those other health markers are, you should definitely include that, which is the same thing as like this supporting medical documentation, not just to say it, but if you have actual proof of these things, like notes, your doctor's notes, is she submitting that? Any lab results, instead of saying her blood pressure went down or his blood pressure went down, actually provide those, those actual results, like on the lab results. And then I don't know, Bev, has your doctor been keeping track of your side effects? I don't know, but if she hasn't and you have, I would definitely include that. So and then just make sure your doctor writes that letter, has all this in, attaches all that to it. I think that's so important, because a lot of times you don't know what your doctor is submitting. You're just trusting, oh, okay, they're submitting this. But I think you want to be thorough the first time, like the first time you apply for that appeal, because I think you can appeal more than one time. You can appeal the appeal, is from what I'm hearing. So that was, the fourth thing that you need in this letter, and then some reference guidelines explaining, your personalized dosage schedule, like, how have you been doing with your dosing? And, when you were on 2.5, how much weight did you lose? When you were on 5, how much weight did you lose? I think because, I don't know, I feel like because this is just straight weight loss, I think it should be easier, right? I don't know, because your A1C and all that is not involved. I think it might, be easier to get the appeal, but I don't know. And another concern that Bev had is that moving, like we all have, right? That titrating up so fast. No one really wants to do that, because when you titrate up and you have so much more to lose, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? So I think a lot of us can understand that. We can understand, why people don't want to, titrate up so fast. So what are you guys saying in the chat? They also talk about, when you write this letter, having just a great, positive, strong closing, and basically, and not trying to sound any kind like aggressive or hostile or like upset in the letter, right? You want to come off as, and hopefully your doctor is doing that. I would definitely ask my doctor, can I see this letter? If there's some things I want to make sure that's in the letter, that's in the appeal. And I think she has like a portal, because if you have a portal, because I write back and forth with my doctor, if you have a portal, you should be able to actually see what she's submitting. So Mel says, Bev, you are slaying it, girl. Yes. Bev is at 28 weeks on Wegovy. Jen says, seems like an easy fix. Seems like doctor's office might be doing something wrong. See, that's why I said, ask to see that letter. Now she hasn't put in the appeal though yet, Jen. She hasn't. So that's why we're at the early, the beginning stage with her here. The appeal didn't go in yet, so we have time. Jen says, seems strange insurance company is telling you to skip a dose you have never been on. Yes, I thought that was odd too. First loading dose was at 0.25 and you stayed on 17 weeks and on 0.5 now for 11 weeks. You want to titrate up to 1 because your food noise has come back. Okay, thank you for explaining that the food noise has come back. And do the insurance company know what food noise is? Like, is your doctor going to explain that? Is she just going to say food noise? Is she going to explain? I don't know. I mean, I would just write it all out. Oh, welcome, Miss Tia. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Linda. How are you? Jen said, could the pharmacy have a prescription of 1 milligrams filled by accident on your profile? Okay. That could be. Good question, Jen. Delilah saying, welcome to Miss Tia. Welcome, Maria O.A. Hello, Maria O.A. Did I miss Maria O.A.? Pam, I missed perfectly Pamela. Hello. Okay, if I missed somebody else, let me know. Felicia, hello. I missed you too in there. And I saw Linda. Okay, okay. Let's see. I didn't see Maria, but welcome, Maria OA. I didn't see your name, your face or name yet, or your profile yet. So I'm sure it'll come up. Hi, Bev, my dear. Do you plan on getting a DEXA scan? That would surely help. Yes, yes, yes. I thought about that too, but I don't think she has had one. But I would definitely get one so that you would have something in the future. But I'm just so curious to know, like Jen said, why are they encouraging you to skip a dose? That just seems kind of odd to me. It'll show facts about where you need to go, what opportunities you have. Yes, 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 to kind of project ahead. Because remember, this is weight loss. Delilah, great job, Bev. It says, by the way, love your hair. I sent a note to my doctor today after talking to DD, telling her that I want to be a part of the appeal process and I would like to see what's being put into the appeal. Yes, yes, yes. And then I can send you, all that stuff. That I just talked about. I could send that to you. Like, you have to send me your email. I can send all that to you so you can make sure she has all that stuff in there. So that when she was saying all this, telling me, I just thought like, wow, I wonder what what the outcome would be and what's the reason. And that's why I want her to actually call the insurance company, because you don't really hear a lot of people say that. I would definitely call that insurance company. A lot of times, even when I had issues with the medication during that shortage, my doctor knew really not much at all. You know who I got good information from was my insurance company. I called them directly, and they had a lot of good information, and I was glad that I did that. I was really glad that I did that. And so that I would definitely call them too. And, they may say, well, your doctor has to write a letter. And I would say, okay, what should the doctor include? And I would take notes and write down whatever they tell you. And I would just say to them too, Bev, like, people who are successful with their appeal, what do they have in common? What are they writing in their appeals? Like, I would definitely be on top of that. And during that shortage, the answers I got came from the insurance company. Let's see. Linda said, I agree. My weight loss started on 2.5 for 29 weeks, and the rest of the year I have been on 5 milligrams. Your starting weight was 252. Today, I am 98 pounds. You're so close to 100. I can't wait till you get to 100. I love that. Almost to 100 pounds lost. Yes, yes, yes. And your insurance company has let you stay on 2.5 for however long. So I'm guessing you stayed on there. You chose to stay on there that long, and then only to the 5. I don't know if I was telling Bev this today, but I've been on 10 milligrams now, going on 6 months. Can you believe that? I took my first dose of 10 milligrams the day after Thanksgiving, I want to say that Thursday or Friday of Thanksgiving week. So that's almost 6 months, because I have one more box. So I have one more box. That'll take me 6 months on 10. And so as long as, things are working now, I do have some food noise that has come back. I call it food chatter. But I think that's because it's really back since I haven't been eating the meat. I've just been eating the seafood, what is that? Salmon and tuna. Sorry. Salmon and tuna. And like today, I've been meatless today. I haven't eaten any meat at all. Absolutely not. My fiber and protein, my protein of choice has been beans today. So it'll be interesting to see if I keep this going, because I do like how I feel. Now, like I always say to people, I might not look lighter, but I'm sure feeling like So I said all that to say, I've been on 10 milligrams for 6 months. So it just amazes me how each insurance company is different. Now, I will say, I am on Mounjaro. And I am a type 2 diabetic. I'm in the pre-diabetic range and hoping to get out of that. But I also think about, so when I'm out of that pre-diabetic range, I just hope they don't try to boot me off because like everyone says, you're there. I'm pre-diabetic and I've come out of that diabetic range due to the medication. So I'm just wondering, hopefully they won't boot me off, and I don't think it will. I don't know anybody that's happened to yet, but just in case, I got to get my mind right. I got to get my mind ready for whatever the doctor is going to be telling me. Geez, Louise. So I go to my doctor. I was supposed to go to my doctor in May. I may go in June because there's so many things going on with my job. The last month of school is just busy, and it's May. Like we're out at the end of May. So I think I always go to the doctor in June. So I may go in June instead of May. Like right that first week in June, I'm actually going to call tomorrow and see if I can go in June so I won't have to take off work because I got a lot of stuff going on already. So we shall see. We shall see. So Beverly says, Mel, I have an appointment next month with my doctor. I was going to ask her for one then. I got a lot of questions about my DEXA scan from just people who watched that video. And I'm getting hot flash. I'm freezing. That's why I have on a jacket. Let me take this off. I have my heat on, and then I have on a jacket because it was cold, and I have my heat up. I don't know what's going on, but I do. It's the medication, right? Something about this medication keeps us cold, and then these lights here start to warm me up. So now I'm warmed up a little bit. So when I start sweating, I'm gonna take this jacket right on. If I need to, I may not need to. But anyway, so yeah, so I was talking about the DEXA scan before the hot flash just interrupted me. So the DEXA scan, people have asked me about that, and basically, your doctor can lead you to get a DEXA scan. I mean, some doctors' offices I know have in-body scans. I hear the in-body scan is not as detailed as a DEXA scan. My doctor, when I went, I asked her to, to guide me, lead me, show me, write me something, send me somewhere to get a DEXA scan. And she said, no. She said, no, you do not need a DEXA scan. Your bones are just fine. They're healthy. You're fine. And she was right. But all that other information that's in there, she doesn't know anything about that. So I'm going to roll up in there with my DEXA scan results in hand. And, I have a feeling she's going to be impressed, and not with my results, even though they were pretty good, so, lots of it, but she's going to be impressed with all that data, all that information. I don't know if have you guys ever gotten a lifeline screening? Do you guys know what that is, a lifeline screening? I got one of those. And of course, my doctor's like, oh, you don't need a lifeline screen. You don't need this and that. Well, the information you get back, she was so impressed by that, that I got some good information back, just about, I just love to know every little thing that's going on that I can find out about, what's going on with my body. And so, she'll read the results, but she's just not a fan of all that stuff. So, Bev, your doctor, I told you, said all that to say your doctor could say, no, you don't need a DEXA scan. And then I would just look it up. I told people, you could go to DEXA Fit. I know that's like a company that's, kind of branded out there. You could also, Taisha was saying she goes to her local sports store, like a GNC or like a sports medicine store. I've heard they, have scans there. I don't know if it's a DEXA scan. Some of them are DEXA scans. Some of them are in-body scans. But I think either one is helpful. And then when I went, I just Googled it. I just Googled, local places that do DEXA scans in my area. And that's how I came across, my DEXA scan place. So, I just kind of researched and looked at the things, but, I found out a lot of athletes are going there. So I was like, okay, this is the place for me, they had good reviews and stuff. So I was excited about that. So that's what I would do, Bev. If your doctor turns you down, I would just still do it anyway. It can't. I mean, if you can afford to do that, I would do it. I was gonna say it can't hurt. It's just you're equipped with knowledge, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to stay equipped with knowledge if your insurance is skipping doses and turning you down. You might have to go through this again. So the more information you have, the better. But we're gonna get that appeal. We're gonna win the appeal. Good, Bev, advocating for yourself. Even the best doctors have to be pushed. True, true, true. 20 weeks on 2.5 milligrams. Very good. Very good. You're doing awesome. I don't know. I think you were one of those people we would say is a super responder. Dee Dee, I will call them tomorrow. Good. I think you mean your insurance company. Jen said most insurance companies are all open 24 hours, Bev, 24 hours. Thank you for mentioning that. This funny thing is I'm calling my insurance company when I get off the phone with you, off the live with you guys, because it's a home warranty claim that I have. And it's funny because when I called today on my break, they said, well, you got to have the make and the model. It's my water heater. They were like, you got to have the make and the model of it. And I didn't have that. They were like, are you at home? I said, no, I'm on break at work. And so they were like, you got to have this model. And the guy said, well, okay, to what time, how early do you open tomorrow? And he said, oh, we're open 24 hours. So I'm going to be calling when I hang up with you guys and get my daughter in bed. I'm going to be calling tonight. Everything is set up and ready to go, except for they were like, they're not going to dispatch a guy out to my house and to my home until they know exactly what type of water heater and all, the VIN number or serial number and all that. So anyway, it kind of reminds me of that. I didn't realize some insurance companies like that, Joe, like that deal with healthcare, were open 24 hours. That's a fun fact, Jen. Thank you. All right, people are saying congratulations to Miss Linda. Beverly, Miss Linda, let's go back to that. Hello. Now, it's so funny. I saw you on another live, and the lady she's a teacher just like me, and we hate to mess up names. So I'm going to say your name is Harjari. And then she just said, I'm going to call you Annette. And I'm going to call you Annette too, because I think I'm messing up your name. Harjarajan. Jeez Louise, that doesn't sound as cute as that name looks. I think I'm chopping it up, but I'm going to stop chopping it up. I'm going to say Annette. And you have a channel. You have a channel. We got to go check out her channel. I was on your channel, and I saw your great transformation on there. And you could kind of see it in your pics, but you got to go see it on her channel. I think she does like a lot of shorts and stuff too. So yeah, go check her out. And I don't know, are you posting things? Because I haven't gotten a notification, so that's why I was asking. But I am subscribed, so I'm glad you made it here tonight. Bev, do you normally Bev, normally you should receive an explanation of benefits letter, whether they cover it or not. Did you get that, Bev? All right. People are congratulating Linda. Linda is saying thank you. Very good. I'm trying to be careful with the medication because I have irritable bowel syndrome. And I don't know what that C means. What does the C mean? But I know what IBS means. Thanks, family. I appreciate the support. Z, how are you? Just getting home from work. Hope everyone is doing well. We are. Thanks for coming. Bev says, thank you. Annette says, I get cold as well on this medication. Yes, isn't that? It's funny because I never thought that it was a side effect. I don't remember ever hearing about that. And when I started on Mounjaro, it was February of last year, right? And so, of course, I went on YouTube looking for different people to make a connection with. I don't ever remember seeing, now I could be wrong, they could have, I got this perimenopause brain fog going on. They could have said it. I just don't remember hearing about being cold at all as a side effect. So And I just think people maybe just didn't mention it. I don't know if they didn't think about it. But Taisha, you don't have side effects, so you wouldn't have been cold. But geez, Louise. And I do understand that weight loss, they say when you lose weight, it's just kind of like that effect, right? You lose weight, you don't have as much fat, you're going to be colder. So I get that, but geez, I wasn't expecting this. That is too funny. Delilah says, I know a few who got into regular A1C ranges and the insurance withdrew approval since they aren't diabetic anymore. My doctor has patients who had that happen to, which is why she won't test me. Oh, okay. Yes, you know what? I remember now. You are the one who was saying that. You knew some people that had to be booted off. Oh my goodness. I don't understand why, because if the medication got you down, but I guess maybe they're maintaining, or they thought they can maintain. Somebody told me that like they give you a chance to maintain it for like 6 months. Like you have to show that you can maintain it over time before they kick you off. But again, all insurances are different. Geez Louise, that's not good. So your doctor says she won't test you. So how did you know what your A1C is? Because yours is pretty low. Delilah, but wouldn't your doctor need to know your A1C status at some point? Yes, that's what I would think. Hello, Lakeisha. How are you? How are you? My mom has gotten Lifeline screenings, and she took my brother-in-law with her the last time. I may have a Lifeline screening with her the next time she goes. Yes, yes, yes. You have to get one. No, you don't have to get one, but you know what I'm saying? I love the information. I do love the information that you get from the Lifeline screenings. Yeah, I go every year now. Simply Taisha says, I get DEXA scans from a sports medicine clinic. The free in-body scans are at the supplement shops. Okay, very good. At the supplement shops. Great information. All right. Now people are saying, hello, welcome to Lakeisha. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh, she's pronouncing it for me. Hargerine. Am I saying it correct? This is so funny because I know Mel is in here talking about me pronouncing these names. I didn't even look down the chat, but I know it's either Mel or Taisha that has me. Well, the funny thing is, it's funny. I was telling Taisha, I said, when I saw that lady, Anchor Moments, she's also a teacher. It made perfect sense. So as a teacher, and Mel, you can ask your sister. Maybe she has this issue. I don't know. But as a teacher, you hear so many different names, and you're so afraid to chop it up, right? To mess up somebody's name. So that's one of the reasons why I give nicknames to people, because I have ran across so many names. This is a beautiful name that I've never come across. Hargerine. 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 Marjorie. I just love that name. Now I hope I'm saying it right. I'm singing it at this point. But yeah, I love that name. So, with the students, you get to know their names and it just flows, but I hate to mess it up. I hate to mess up a name. It's just so funny. It's like a teacher thing. I mean, I saw that lady. I see how you guys felt now, Mel and Taisha, and everybody in here who is in these lives where you see me with that Mariella. Mariella. Was that her name? Mariella. I was trying not to mess up that lady's name so bad. And then somebody finally broke it down. And that still didn't help because it had like a little twist to it. Like, I was like, is it, should I say it with like the accent? And then Taisha called me and said the name. And I finally got it. So anyway, I think it's a teacher thing. Now, every time I say her name, I'm going to have to go up to the top and check this out. Hargerine. Love it, love it, love it. Thanks, Jeff. We'll check if they're open when I get off the live. Yeah, so yeah, we're going to be going. I'm going to be calling my insurance company, and you're going to be calling yours, Beth. I knew it, Bill. I knew it. I knew you were in here talking about that. Oh, Linda. Linda says thanks. Okay. Mail, everything just happened within the past 2 days. I didn't receive an explanation of benefits in the mail as of yet. Mail, she is on it. She's not waiting for that letter. She is on it now. IBSC is the C. Oh, the C is for constipation. And girl, it is real. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. That sounds uncomfortable too, doesn't it? Got it. We'll say a little prayer for you to get exactly what you need and want. I agree. That's so awesome. Yes, Harjarine. Okay. All right, all right. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Hello, Jamisha. How are you? How are you with that beautiful blue? I see that's a standout color on your profile pic. Yay, Dee Dee, you got it. Hooked on phonics for the win. Yes. And if you break it down, I can pronounce any word you put in front of me, but you got to, that phonics has to kick in. It's so funny that remember the Nadia, Nydia, Lydia, that whole thing. I've had a Nadia that had her name spelled like that. Where is Nadia, by the way? Where are you, Miss Nadia? All right, so one of the things that we could talk about too is when do you guys when do you guys decide whether to titrate up or not? I would love to know that. Wait, so Miss Linda, who's lost 98 pounds, you stayed on that 2.5 for so long. When did you decide? Mel, did you ever titrate up? Taisha went from 2.5 to 5, I know, and then Taisha circled back, and now she's back again on the 5. So that titration and when to go up and down, and I'm going to be facing the same dilemma as I'm in 10. And when I feel like I need to start eating the meat again next week or tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 17th, right? So tomorrow, and I haven't been, it's funny because if you count from March 5th all the way to Easter Sunday, I want to say that's like 46 days. It's supposed to be 40 days, but you could skip Fridays, I think. I've been going straight through. I have not skipped anything. I've been going straight through. So I will Good Friday. Yeah, I could eat meat potentially again. And so I'm trying to decide if I even want to, will do. I don't know. But one of the things, thank you. One of the things I think I'm going to do is, thank you. And one of the things I think I'm going to do is eat the meat because I'm having food noise a little bit. Like I could tell the difference between the eating meat and not. And I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. I only won't know. Yeah, I should say I only won't know. I will only know if I add the meat and see if it's still there, right? Because if I don't add the meat, I'm never gonna know. I'm just gonna think it's because I went plant-based with the little bit of seafood I'm eating, or yeah, I won't know. So I think I might have to add that in. So I think I'm gonna start off. I'm going to start off with Good Friday with some good stuff, but I kind of I don't miss the meat. I just feel like I'm missing my protein mark. Like if I wasn't on this and I was doing my normal eating, and when I say on this, I mean trying to up this protein, not like a diet, but including so much protein in your diet. I've never been a protein person. But anyway, so that's going to be my determination whether I'm going to titrate up or down. I'm going to have to add some of this meat back in, and maybe I won't add it every day like I was before, eating like 100 to 30 grams of protein. So maybe with the meat, you can still get in protein, we know, without meat, and then I have to also up my calories. So I have a lot to think about, I feel overwhelmed with the whole idea of trying to figure this all out. But it'll work out. It will work out. But yeah, so when did you guys decide to titrate up and what was your determining factor? So Mel is telling me in the chat, anybody else want to share? Because I think that's helpful. So for so many people out there watching right now and so many people who will watch the video over time, when did you decide to go up? And Delilah says that can also be because I was just 1 point into type 2 diabetic range to begin with. Okay, so you're not technically, so you are a diabetic or you are not? So you were pre-diabetic but never diabetic. I'm confused, Delilah. Mel says, I was on 2.5 for 2 months, then 5 for the remaining time. I'm on maintenance, as you know, and per my doctor, I'm going from 2.5 to 5 every other shot. Wow. That's a strategy. 2.5 to 5 every other month. Wow. Geez, Louise. Okay, that's a thought. Harjarine says, I am losing weight on this 7.5 milligrams. I have lost 33 pounds since January. Yay! Dun, 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 hey, dun, 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 hey. I love that. I love that. So you've lost 33 pounds since January 10th or 11th. I am hoping to titrate up next week when I see my doctor. So, okay. So January, February, March, April. Okay, very good. So you're doing great. So you're averaging about 10 pounds a month. What's today's date? Yeah, you're good. You're doing great. Okay, very good. 7.5. I'm losing weight on this 7.5 milligrams. And are you on, I can't remember, Zepbound or tirzepatide? What exact GLP-1 are you using? That's great. Great, great, great. But you look great. Miss Linda says, my doctor decided to move me up to 5 milligrams, but she said as long as I continue to lose weight on the lower doses and no food noise to stay put until the weight stalls are the food noises return. Okay. As long as you continue to lose weight, no no food noise. So your doctor is encouraging you. And then, of course, the insurance company, I'm assuming, I don't know, that you're using an insurance company. So they're also supportive of that. So that is amazing. Amazing. Because you're down 98 pounds. So just think if, so this is like, this should be like in a study or a book or something because, if you had listened to the titration schedule, it has been adjusted, but even we're hearing some of these insurance companies are after 2 months or 3 months making people go up just because, and I really do honestly think it has to do with more of the shortage of the medication is why people are pushed to titrate up than anything else. I wonder if Eli Lilly and Norvo Nordis or just are talking about this shortage and working with these insurance companies to kind of push people along, because if so many of us stay on the lower doses, and then I can see why that would cause a shortage when initially they planned for you to go up every 4 weeks. So, and of course, I don't know if we've actually, I haven't had trouble getting my medication. I hear a lot of people haven't, but truly, I mean, if there is no shortage, then we should all be able to get our medicine regardless. But I do understand how that whole change of that titration schedule that had to play into that shortage somewhat. So I was just wondering from, for the new people that I shouldn't say the new people, they're family, they're the crew. But we're talking about, when did you decide to titrate up and why? So, on your journey. So I think Linda is a great example of how you can't just say like every 4 weeks you're going to go up or every 8 weeks you're going to go up or your doctor's pushing you up without rhyme or reason because, look how much weight she's lost, 2.5 and then 5. Very good. So your doctor really listened to you and your body, and your insurance company followed along. Simply Taisha says, I listened to my provider and went down, which was where I messed up. I should have stayed off 5 milligrams, but hey, at least I'm a real life experiment. Up 12. Taisha, you are not up 12 pounds. You are up 12 pounds. Jeez Louise, why do you think that? That is insane. That is insane. But you know what? It's happened to the right person because you are so calm, cool, and collected. And, you're not in panic mode about it. You're just like, playing it safe and letting it work itself out. That is crazy. That is crazy. 12.2 pounds. Jeez Louise. Okay. If you want to know what a shocked face look like, and I don't know why I'm shocked. Didn't you tell me? You might have you probably you sent me the picture, but I didn't connect the numbers necessarily. When you said you're up again, I didn't add that on. Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. That doctor, I'm annoyed with him now. Jeez Louise. Whew. My doctor kind of decided for me at the time I was a neophyte. So you didn't know any better. I really could have stayed on 2.5. Oh my gosh. And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to have me pronounce that word? I think you're saying for your whole journey. That is too funny. Harjarine says, Zepbound for my sleep apnea. Oh, for your sleep apnea. So is that working for your sleep apnea? Because of course, I'm sure if you're losing weight like you are, it probably for sure has helped you. Very good. You have to let us know. Jeez, Louise. Z said, I did 4 months on 2.5 and 5 milligrams since September. Started my journey on May 24th. So I'm coming up to my 1 year. Yay! 1 year is awesome. It's awesome. I love that for you. 1 whole year. So you did 4 months on 2.5 and then you've been on 5. You're another one. Jeez Louise. You guys are doing it on these low doses. I just love that. I love that. Very good. Very good. Wow. And oh, Geraldine, where I lost Geraldine. Oh, here she is. Geraldine says, congrats, Linda. Late to the party. Hey, Bellflower, how are you? I love that purple. Mel says no price for staying on a low dose. 5 milligrams is still very effective and strong to me. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, but I consider people who can lose that much weight, and I don't know if that's considered a super responder, but it sounds like one. Even if it doesn't, to stay on those low doses like that and lose all that weight. But in hindsight, I will say, don't you guys feel like that people that moved up, like, I kind of moved up because I thought I should at first. But I feel like if I would have stayed on those lower doses, I probably could have stayed a lot longer and lost a lot more. Because most people have lost the most weight when you think about it. And they go back and do their history. And I mean, most people that I've seen have talked about their weight loss. They lost the most on those lower doses. But then now I guess when you get to 15, but what didn't that Countess lady max out at 15? She's at 15 and she hit a stall for like 6 months or something, I think. So you just never know. You never know. All right. So Miss Linda said, my doctor is awesome. She is very knowledgeable about the GLP-1 world. That is very good. You don't hear that often at all. For my whole journey. I thought you were trying to be funny and give me something to try to pronounce, but I made it out. 12.2 pounds. Jeez, Louise. No clue. We'll figure it out. Yes, you will. You will. I have no doubt about it. Taisha, you are still doing the darn thing. Yes, ma'am. I initially followed the titrate up after the initial dose, stayed on 5 milligrams of Mounjaro for 2 months. Okay, then stopped at 2.5 milligrams. I tried 10 for 3 months. It's a bit much, so I ran back to 7.5. Yes, yes. And 7.5, I said, I've been saying it hasn't done a lot, but I went back and figured out how much I lost each month and organized all that. And so it is so interesting. When I say I didn't do good on this dose, I didn't do good on that dose, I actually did pretty good. For the most part, it just seems like you don't. That's why it's great to keep records. So if any newbies are out there watching on a GLP-1, I mean, write down that weight, get you a blank calendar, write down your weight loss, just jot it down. You could put it in your phone too. Sometimes I would do that. What I really kept good track of on my phone is whether I pooped or not. I'm going to tell you, up until when I became a content creator in June, I think that's when I stopped. And I think I stopped because it just got tedious with trying to make videos and learn all this stuff about how to make videos and all of that. And it just became a bit much. But I was keeping track of that poop really good. I also took my measurements. I'm going to be sharing that, but I didn't take it every month. I'm going to make a video about this because I got so into the measurements, buying this and buying that. That's one thing. If you're a newbie out there, I would not go and buy a whole bunch of stuff that people recommend. I would only buy what you need and then buy the shiny toys once you had some weight loss going on, because I went and spent all this money on this, that, and the other. Maybe I should be raffling this stuff off. That's what I'll do. Gosh, when I get to 2,000 subscribers, that seems like a long time from now, doesn't it? I got a lot of stuff to raffle off. That's like my next big milestone for subscribers. So I got a Renfo tape I'm going to be measuring off. I got some element, all kinds of element if you want to try like the different types of element. I got what else did I buy? I bought a bunch of little knick-knack type of stuff. So that's related to weight loss. but I don't use it. So yeah, I'm gonna be raffling some stuff off. I'll do that. Or this summer. I don't know. I may just do it this summer. I'm gonna release it before school starts back. Felicia Marie B, hello. She says bad food noise with no more side effects is why you titrated up. Okay. So food noise is the reason people are titrating up. And that might be me. I might be in that group of folks that's titrating up. 2 cents to stay on 5 milligrams. Congratulations, Z. Harjarine says, at first it was taking my events less than one event, but now it is going back up. I originally stopped breathing 32 times per hour. Jeez Louise. Wow. It's taking them, but now it's going back up. Why do you think it's going back up? And that's not a good thing, right? To go back up. But why do you think it is? Or what is your doctor saying? All right, Jen, what is Jen saying? Am I the only one? Am I the only one on 15 and proud of it? LOL. Yes, people, you know what? We have trying to change that narrative, right, Jen? To like nobody wants to be saying they're on those top numbers. For me, Jen, and I think you watch her too, it's because the Countess was on it. Remember the Countess of Shopping? She was on that 2.5 for so long. I mean, not 2.5, the 15 milligrams, she just like titrated, looking cute, titrating right on up. And then she got to that 15 and she couldn't lose a thing for a long time. I felt so bad for her. She was working out and she, said she was doing all the things. And they do, we do know as you go along in your journey, the weight loss slows down. It's like soon as you get close to your goal, it slows down. Unless the people who I hear saying that that's not true, it's because they're really working it out, right? They're working out. I don't know. Miss Linda is over there exercising too. So those people are doing it. Like, look at Mindy. She's like, I think Mindy has hit her 1 year anniversary, but she's almost down 100 pounds. But look how much she's working out. She's type 2. Working out and adding that workout in. But, she's also at the 5 milligrams. I don't think she went past 5. So, geez, Louise. I mean, yes, Jen. I'm going to be like you. I'm going to be at 15 and we're going to be 15 milligram twins. Only you're going to be at 120 pounds down and I'm going to be at probably 75. 80. But hopefully if I get to 15, honestly, I want to be at that 100 pounds. Because I feel like if you go up so fast, and I'm not going up fast. I mean, just face it, I've been on 10 milligrams so for almost 6 months now. So I'm not going up fast, but I'm saying, what if I get to 12.5 and then that doesn't work? And then I'm like, oh God, I got to go to 15 so fast. So I don't know. Everything is different for everybody. I know people swear by that 12.5, but I don't know. All I could do is try it though. So I might dip my big toe in the water, in the 12.5 water, Jen, and I may not. I don't know. It'll depend. I agree, Mel. B5 is good for me. There are no side effects for me. Isn't that lovely? So you're just cruising along, doing your thing, doing all the things and about to be 100 pounds down. Oh, you'll be at 2K in no time, Dee Dee. Oh my goodness, we can only hope. We can only hope. So this is month 9 for me. Being a content creator. And I always say month 7 because for 2 months I wasn't showing my face. And I think I remember Jen, Jen was always following. I think Jen was following me even when I didn't have was not showing my face. And I was just talking, and just I was on that B-roll. Like if you go back and watch my older videos, B-roll was my friend. I was trying to bring my voice to life. So yeah. Thank you, Taisha. I'm notorious for buying stuff I don't need. FOMO. Yes. And Pamela, I want to promote that video you made. I love the video that you did about, you were having struggles with eating more, right? Because we're twins right now, because I'm going through that same thing. The struggling to eat more and feeling like, how am I going to lose if I'm eating more? And so you guys need to go check out Perfectly Pamela. She is a content creator. She has a channel, and she talks about it in her video about her struggle with, needing to eat more, but not really wanting to, but knowing that her body needs that fuel and that she has to. We want to know, once you start eating more, is that going to get your body moving? One of the things she said, which I think people don't always associate with, I don't know why I'm clicking that, Pamela. But one of the things you talked about that people don't really equate with need to eat more is people always say, oh, and I shouldn't say always, but people do say that they're tired taking this GLP-1. And one of the reasons why you are tired is because you're not fueling your body, right? You're not eating enough. And so if you're one of those people that feel sluggish and feel tired and feel like you have no energy and it is zapped, then increase those calories. And I agree with Jill 2.0 Mommy when she talks about increasing the calories slowly but surely, right? You don't want to, just go up 500 calories, right? But, maybe start off adding 50 and then the next week 100 and then 150. And, my goal is to add close to 500 calories. So I'm doing a little bit at a time. But I just thought that was a great video. I thought it was, well done. And I'm sure so many people have that issue. So again, thanks for sharing that. Maybe I'll share that on my little community post. Is that what it's called? Community post. All right, Mel B, you may as well. Raffle items. Christopher was over there raffling off meat sticks. Oh, was he really? That is so funny. Yeah, this summer I'm gonna have a big raffle. And I'm going to have some stuff to raffle off. I'm looking forward to that. But I said, I set a goal like, okay, well, I didn't really set a goal. I just did it right here. Said, well, maybe I'll raffle it off when I get to 2K subscribers. So if you're out there, it's so funny. I'm almost at 100,000 views. I'm like, already, I can't believe that. So that just shows you how many people are watching the channel, but not subscribing. And I've been guilty of that too, watching people's channel and not subscribing. And so I was like, why do I do that? I don't know. Because you always still get the recommendations and everything from YouTube. If you don't subscribe, you still get the recommendations to watch somebody's channel and all that. So sometimes and not anybody in our GLP-1 community, because I make sure I subscribe there. But I'm just saying, like, I've been on other channels and I thought I was subscribed and wasn't. And I've been watching them up a storm. So yeah, so subscribe to the channel. What are you guys waiting for? Subscribe. All right. It shows me daily on my CPAP machine. Okay. My dad has a CPAP machine, and I was hoping that Medicare would cover, I don't know, Medicare may cover the sleep apnea. So I'm gonna try to check into that. Because he can't keep that machine, on at night. It just comes off. Does anybody else have that problem with the CPAP machine coming off in the middle of the night? All right, very good. So you're saying it's showing you, okay, so you're headed in the right direction. But when you said you were going back up with the event, that made me a little nervous there. So I was wondering, shouldn't you be continuing to go down? I don't really know much about it, so that's why I was asking. But hopefully it's doing its thing for you. Z says, thank you, Taisha. I picked up 7.5 since my doctor called it in. I pay out of pocket, so I may try it next week and save the 5 for maintenance. Okay, that's a good thing. Saving the 5 for maintenance. Very good. Stay loud and proud, Jenna. Yes, Jen. Jen has been going up. The Turtle Diaries, how are you? You said coming out of the bushes. I love that, coming out of the bushes. I'm proud too, Jim. You're on 5. You're on 15 now. Yes, the Turtle Diaries. So you love 12.5. So tell us what happened. How come you went to 15? So I love that for you. 12. So you're on 15. Jeez Louise. Or are you saying yeah, you said I'm proud too. 15 milligrams. Okay, let's hear about that. Linda, Simply Taisha says that makes sense. I have a box of 7.5 that I've never used, but if I ever need to, I'll have no problems whatsoever going up. LOL. Eternal Diaries, if you want to come on here and tell us, I could get you the link to come in here and tell us why you went from 12.5 to 15, because you were preaching that 12.5, 12.5. Do you want to come on here and share? I understand if you don't, but if you do, I would love for you to come on here and tell us. I mean, geez, Louise. Because I'm like kind of in the middle of that. Linda, you love Element. It's like, it is. I feel the same way. It's a treat. And you know what? Tonight is my injection night. And so I usually drink it the day of my injection. And I didn't drink it at work today because I don't know why I didn't drink. I think because it was testing day. I didn't want to have to go to the restroom so much because, you're not supposed to be leaving the and let restroom. And I can drink more when I drink that because it has a flavor to it. I just love it. But you said I didn't buy a lot of stuff, just food items, always on the hunt for proteins. I struggle with proteins. My taste changes every couple of days. Okay. All right. Yeah, that protein. And a lot of what I see people getting besides Simply Taisha is dairy. Like I see a lot of people getting that dairy, the yogurt, the high protein yogurt, the cheeses, which cheese doesn't have a ton of protein, but it is some. Every little bit adds up. Wow. Okay. All right. Very good. Wait, I think I missed Simply Taisha. That makes sense. I have a box of 7.5 that I've never used, but if I ever needed to, I have no problems whatsoever going up in there. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. All right. So my fellow Element lady, I love that. DD, you are still loving and doing well, very well. Yes, thank you, thank you. On 10, you mean? Yes, on 10. Are you saying that? Linda's journey. I don't work out like I should. I could do better. I lift weights at home, and get the stair climber and line dance more than anything. Line dancing is a great form of exercise. That dancing, you're moving. I love that. Pamela, I loved your video too. You were on point with your POV. Okay, point of view. You guys know me and these acronyms. Like I have so many acronyms in my head. I got that right away though. Loved it. All right, I stopped there since I had restrictions. Bellflower says on 7.5 milligrams. Now I stalled for 8 weeks straight or months straight at times. Then consistent weeks of losing 1 to 2 pounds. 10 milligrams had me struggling to eat. LOL. Oh my goodness. So wow, you're kind of, what don't you, when stuff like that happen, don't you wish it was like an in between, right? Don't you wish it was like that in between? So like maybe like an 8 or a 9. And maybe a 9 would probably be perfect, right, for you. An 8.5 or a 9. Geez, Louise, but you still are doing, you're in maintenance, though, Bellflower, I think. So you are doing it. Thank you, she says. Thank you, Dee Dee and Mel. Yes, Pamela, I'm over there checking you out. Pam, I have a whole suitcase full of supplements. A friend of mine called me a dealer. Hashtag team too much. Yes, yes, yes. You know about all the supplements though too. You say a supplement fish oil. She's gonna give you the rundown about that fish oil. Whatever supplement you say, Mel is on it. I love it. I love it. Pamela equals a member of the team too much. I love it. Mel, the COO CCS dealer. Hi, sweet tea. We love sweet tea. How are you, girl? Hey, fam. I was on 12.5 milligrams for 4 months. I'll share. My provider saw me stalling out and recommended. Okay. Food noise, no suppression, and all the things were happening. I'm not trying to thug it out, ladies. So I went. She said, so I went. I love that thug it out. Love it. Love it. Wow, sweet tea, that news is right off the press. Oh, we miss you too. We miss you too. Hot tea, LOL. Yes, yes, yes. So, Turtle Diaries, are you ever going to come back? Are you ever going to come back on the scene? Perfectly Pamela said, at Linda, my taste changes like that too. I have a craving for something one day, and then once I get it, I don't even want to see it no more. Got a whole bowl of is that ceviche in the fridge? I couldn't finish it. Oh, ceviche. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think, I do have a taste for stuff. I guess I do have a little bit of that going on. Like every other day, I feel like it's something too. Oh my goodness. So wait a minute, is Beverly still on here? So Beverly, did we help you? Yeah, because I was going to do a whole different topic until I talked to her, and I thought, okay, let's just focus on helping her out, because really that's what this is about, helping people solve their problems and just have a great experience taking these GLP-1s. Because where would I be without you guys and some of the tips and tricks and just the valuable information you guys share? I would just be probably not at where I'm at now. I probably would have hit a stall and stayed there for a very, very long time. But you guys are so helpful. All right. Ceviche. Yes, ceviche. I remember that. I remember ceviche. They talk about that a lot on the Food Network with those, what do you call that? Top Chef. I remember that from Top Chef. That's right, perfectly, Pamela. Leftovers everywhere. I thought something was wrong with me. I don't like much of anything anymore. My craving is short-lived. 12.5, Jen says, does nothing for me either. I take it on my week off when I can't control what I eat, and I walk every day. Oh, my goodness. Doesn't it do anything for you? Wow, 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 wow. So I wonder if your body just, when these higher doses, if your body is getting used to these higher doses and that's what's slowing things down. I mean, that's interesting, interesting, interesting. And I wonder, is someone doing research on that? Because I guess, I don't know, does anybody feel like me? I always thought before getting to know you guys and talking to you guys when I was first starting off, and I would even say like probably until at some point last year, I always just thought when you got to the higher doses that you would be losing. Like I just thought the weight would fall off. So I'm so shocked to get to this 10 and to hear people with the 12.5 and 15 that are struggling. Meanwhile, the people on 2.5 and 5 are cruising through. So it's just, and I know it depends on the person and all of that, but it just seems sort of odd to me. Yes, the chat helped. I'm pretty decent with how insurance is worth. I was just done by what they were saying about the dosage of the medication. And then Perfectly Pamela says, same as Linda, freezer full of leftovers. Yes, 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 I can relate to that. I'm listening to everyone's story. Beverly says about how and when they titrated up. And a lot of people in this chat are doing exactly what I was doing. And their insurance doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Yes, that's why the insurance is so important. Updates loading. I think I think I'm going to be a once a month creator. It's all I can handle. I understand that. It is a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I do understand that. But we can't wait to see you back for the update. The message that I have got back today was from the doctor's office. I was wondering if there's more to the story or not. Calling the insurance is a must, like you said, Dee Dee. Yes, 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 I agree. Call that insurance company. Even the first time I took 12.5, it did nothing. Really? See, that's the thing. I'm a little nervous about that. So if I move up and it does nothing, then, are they going to let me come back down? Do I got to go up to the 15? So I think it's in my best interest to stay on this 10 milligrams as long as I can and let it do what it's doing, which I've had some great losses. So I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm pretty much at maintenance. I was a turtle loser and I was cool with it as it helped with not having crazy loose skin. Yes, 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 yes. And I didn't lose a significant amount of weight on 10 milligrams for 3 months. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. At Sweet Tea, we'll take a once a month maintenance or update, we should say. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I don't know. I think the slow and steady bellflower is the way to go. I think it's the way to not have loose skin. I just think it's, all of that. Now I do, one of my besties, she just sent me a picture. She's traveling. Her daughter's on spring break. They're on vacation. And she was like my size, and I don't know what her highest weight was, but she's lost 100 plus pounds. When I tell you she is slim and trim. Now, the last time I saw her, because she lives out of state, it was in June, and she doesn't have hanging skin. She wanted her legs to tone up. Now today she sent me this fabulous beauty shot, and I mean she was in the pool. She had on a bikini, not a bikini. She had on a swimsuit. It was a one piece. Bikini is too, right? She had on a swimsuit, and she was looking so fabulous. And she has like four sisters, and they're all pretty much they used to be always slim. She slimmed down, slimmer than those sisters. I mean, she is slim and trim. She is doing it. Now, I don't know. I didn't see a stretch mark. I didn't see like cellulite, but she was laying flat. So I just wonder, one of the things she told me she was doing, the reason why she doesn't is not flabby and stuff, is because she said she is was using that vibration plate. She's the reason why I bought the vibration plate. Another thing that she did was, what else did she went vegan. Now, did I tell you this, Taisha? Yeah, my BFF went vegan. She went vegan back in April, and when I went to see her, it was last summer in June. And when I went to see her, she was vegan. I mean, she is on it. Like we went to the Cheesecake Factory. She was asking them what the ingredients were and this, that, and everything. Like she really sticks to it. And so, she's very meticulous and about what she's eating. And so, yeah, she's probably lost since I was there in June. She probably lost, I want to say 60, 70 pounds since. I mean, she just is doing it. Like when I tell you she's slim, she is slim. But yeah, and the first part of her journey, she was not on the GLP-1. So yeah. So yeah, she's doing it. I told you all that to say, why did I tell you all that? I don't know. Oh, because of the hanging skin, Bellflower. So I told you all that to say, now her genes might be different than my genes, and all of that, but she gives me hope. And she didn't lose super fast either. I mean, she lost at a nice pace, but not fast. So she gives me hope that, I can get down and maybe not have any hanging skin. So that's what I'm like, just really hanging. Like even her arms went down, and her arms were, I don't know, just as big, if not bigger than mine. Her arms are small now, and she wasn't like doing strength training and all that. So I don't know what her muscle and bone structure looks like, but on the inside, but I know on the outside she looks good. So, okay, all right. So, I've heard moving up doesn't always mean more weight loss. Yes, it's really specific to the individual, not the doctor, as y'all know. Yes, that's true. That's true. I honestly know, I honestly do know how y'all do it. You don't know how we do it. Dee Dee, Taisha, Twan, and Pam. Y'all are super women. Making content isn't for the weak. It is. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I think those videos might look super easy. Like even the ones, I put a lot of stuff into my videos. And so, when I put a lot of effort into them, I've gotten comments from people saying, oh my gosh, I could tell you put a lot of effort into this video or these videos. So that makes me feel good when people notice. And like I said, I'm just used to doing that because when I started off, I was audio. So I had all those tricks and gadgets and all those things I wanted to add in. Now I guess I could just sit there and just talk and not add anything, but it's just kind of ingrained in me to do that. But even just a video when you're sitting there talking is a lot of work. So I don't know how some of these people do it either. Now, I will say, and I don't know, I don't know, but what sets me apart is I have a full-time job. I'm not retired, and I have a little 8-year-old that I'm, chasing after and, trying to help with homework. I was helping with her with the homework right up until we went live. I mean, to that Downsizing Diva intro when I so it is hard. It is hard for me. And I just can't believe I'm doing it, so I can't wait till the summer because then I'll have more time, to be even more creative, hopefully, and to, do some of the things that, I want to do. But and remember that other channel, Turtle Diaries I was talking about starting? Well, my common sense kicked in and the reality of what I could do. And I just thought I'm just going to wait until the summer to do that because that was just, it was too much, too much, too much. And so, yeah, I understand like that. Yeah, this content creation, it is not for the weak and it is not easy. It is not easy at all. But you guys make it worth it. I mean, honestly, you guys make it worth it. If I didn't enjoy coming here, I just wouldn't do it. But you guys make it worth coming here and talking to you guys and, getting some, tips and just, I feel like we are like a family. Like we could have a cookout and we would all know each other and some of us would just be putting faces with the names, right? So you guys have made it fun and something to look forward to. So but we miss you. I used to get all the compounds information from your channel from a user perspective that's just kind of like somebody I can really relate to if I ever needed to be on a compound. And so now that you're gone, Pamela is filling that void for me. And I was watching Pamela before too, before you, because she was doing the shot, and that's what I was looking to see. She does it so seamless, like she's a professional nurse. Are you a professional nurse? Jeez Louise, because you do it so seamless. And then when you would come, Weight Loss, Turtle Diaries, Sweet Tea, all those names, when you would come and talk, you'd be just like sitting talking to like your sister friend, listening to all the news, the GLP-1 news. So that's what I love about this community is everybody has their own style. Everybody is different. I just love the differences. I love the diversity of people doing their own thing and having their way of, doing things. And, it's funny because sometimes I wish I could be like more calm and relaxed, but I'm kind of like, hey. And then when I see my Zen friend over there, Taisha, just like calm and cool and collected, I love that. That like brings me down and calms me down. And everybody has their thing, right? Everybody has their thing. And I just love that. I love it. I love it. All right. So you guys got me off on a tangent. I don't know who that was. Was that Mel that got me off on the tangent? All right. The Turtle Diary said, that's what got me off on the tangent. The Turtle Diaries. Okay. I think the Lilly studies were based on the top dose, yes, of 15 milligrams, which I believe are PCP. We're racing many of us to the top dose, yes. But as we have learned, it's different strokes, but different folks. It takes different strokes. It takes different strokes. You guys remember that? Oh, I love it. That you are so right. Perfectly Pamela says, I could definitely be rough. Sweet Tea, 3 videos. I need to edit now. Just trying to relax this week. Yes, and I have some videos in route too, like that I need to put out. But I need to edit them. That's the hardest part is editing. Jeez Louise. The Turtle Diaries, weight loss. I'm retired, so I have more time. Yes, yes, yes. The retired ladies. Now, this is a content creator here, late but here. Tia is another one. She's working. You're in school. Tia knows it's hard to crank those videos out when you have other things going on. So yes, I know you can relate to that. That's what we're talking about. Sweet Tea said, she gives us much respect for, keeping up with these YouTube. Sweet Tea agreed. Much respect, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. People are saying hello. Thank you. Thank you. Much respect. We appreciate all you all do. Thank you so much. It's Darian. You all are doing a great job of making diverse and interesting videos. I missed your content, Turtle Diaries, but as a non-content creator, I don't know all that goes into it. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that. And it's people like you showing up to the chat and adding your valuable knowledge. We appreciate that. I love seeing you guys in there. You guys seriously are the best. Absolutely. It's Darian says, good evening, Dee and Divas in training. That is so funny. He always comes in with something new to say. I love it. It's Darian. I like that. Divas in training. And I'm still in training myself, too. The king has arrived. Hey, Darian. Hi, DD and fam. Kim J. Sweet Healthy Life. How are you? How are you? Pam is hilarious. Love her content. She is. And Pam is looking good. I don't know. I told her, I don't know what you did to your look. It's like you rejuvenated yourself. And she said she dyed her hair. So I love that. I pay attention to that, all that. I think I was telling you guys, I love a good compliment. I love to give compliments. Well, in my classroom, I have a wall. It's a kindness wall. And basically, we put compliments for each other on the wall. And sometimes when someone's having a bad day, I encourage them to go over there and check out that wall, look at the compliments for them. And so one of the things that I want us to do here tonight is, before we leave, is to give each other a compliment, because I love a compliment. And I think a lot of times people need to hear, what's great about them. What do you love about them? Now, I realize some of us have never met, but we met in the chat. So that's all we need, right? That's all we need. So you guys, I do that with my kids at school, with my class. I do that. We give each other compliments. I think that is so cool. You'd be surprised how many people don't hear positive things within their day. And so, I just love that. You're not a nurse and not a doctor. That's right. I remember that video. Jeez Louise. That's so funny. You know what? You should have had a little scroll across the bottom during that whole video. That would have topped everything off. People are saying hello, 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 hello. Everyone's saying hello. I love it. I love it. What you talking about, Willis? I used to love that different stuff. King Darian's in the house. King Darian's in the house. And that reminds me, this is some a lot of you guys are the Friday night crew. And on this Friday, we're just going to be having some fun. This is Good Friday. People said they still wanted to meet on Friday at 8:30. Friday at 8:30, the fun's going down. I'm going to find something for us a game or something for us to play. But the next Friday, which is April 25th, I have a relationship expert that's going to come. That's right, Darian. So I want you there, because all your fine questions, I want you to be able to ask to this lady. And I am going to be soft and pink, wearing pink, I think, and ready to go. So this relationship expert, I'm going to get the thumbnail out. She just sent me her bio. She sent me some information about herself. And so if you want to talk to a relationship expert, and not just single, this is not just for single ladies. This lady is married. I'm pretty sure she's married while I'm saying that, but I'm pretty sure she is. We want the married ladies there, and we want the single ladies there as well. So come and get ready to spread some joy and talk to a relationship expert. And that's going to be next Friday. Good Friday. We're just having fun. We're just coming. We're having fun. Bring something to drink. However, spice it up or not, however you like it. And we're going to just try to play a game and just chat, have some fun. Kim J, different strokes it takes. Now that song's going to be in my head. I'm going to try to keep my comments to a few words. I realize that I can comment. That's what we love, though. I like that. So if somebody's telling you they don't want you commenting, that's what we love about you. You got you be spitting facts, dropping gems, as I say. Hey, Darian. I love when people spell out their words. I absolutely love it. All right. What do you guys? Oh, you guys, King Darian, I'm already a diva. Like Beyonce says, I'm a diva. I'm a diva. Diva, how does it go, Mel? A diva is a definition of a hustler. That is so funny. Oh, Mel, and it's Darian. You walk in circles, few can stroll in. Mel, yes. Ooh. Oh, mark your calendars. Relationship expert on Great Friday, not Good. Darian, you are so funny. Bring your questions, comments, and support. Yes, and you can also be a married lady. And you know what? I will say, those Friday night lives to me would not be the same without the married ladies, especially Miss Linda dropping gems. Simply Taisha, she's also married, dropping gems, telling us, what to do to keep that relationship working and going. Who else is in there that's married, that's dropping those gems? I know Butterfly was married. She's helping us as well. Dr. Bobby has been in there. She was in there last week dropping those gems. So yeah, the people, you don't have to be single to mingle. On our Friday night lives, we're talking about all kind of things on those Friday night lives. So I love that. I love that. So I say, you never know who's going to be on my channel. I just love talking to people. Honestly, I really do. Anybody want to come on here, and chat with me on here on a live? Come on. Oh, I know a lot of the non-content creators. You guys are probably like, that's why I'm not a content creator. I don't want to be on the video. So I have to remember that. But if you ever do, and not like an interview, but just come on here, you could come on here. So thank you, Darian, for bringing that up. Yes. I'll be getting the thumbnail ready after this Friday because I don't want to confuse folks. Darian, you are funny. Yes. Kim is saying hello. Dee Dee, love that you are always bringing knowledge. Taisha is always so positive and motivating. Tia and Sweet Tea are both so mellow and sweet, like sitting talking to your best friend. Yes. And we miss Tia too. We miss Tia. That's another one. But I understand. I'm telling you, it gets busy out here for real. Can we talk about the woman spending 10K on a dating coach? Now, who did that? I sound like Portia or from the Housewives. Who said that? Well, wait a minute. Do you guys know about this? I don't think I know about this. Mia says jumping out of the bushes like a birthday surprise. Hi, everyone. Hey, everyone. Yes. I just love that when you guys say jumping out the bushes. I think that is so funny. Mia, glad to see you back in here in effect. Yes. Butterfly says, I had a doctor's appointment today and he suggested that I go up on my calories because I lost too much since February. I asked if I could space out my dose to 14 days and he said he said stay at once a week. Okay, wait, let me reread that. So you had a doctor's appointment today. He suggested that you go up on your calories because you lost too much. Oh wow. I asked if I could space out my dose to 14 days, but he said stay at once a week. So he's not worried that you're dropping you go up on your so instead of you switching the dose, he wants you to go up on your calories. Okay. So how many calories are you at and what does that going up look like? Like what's the number? I'm a numbers lady. Surprise. Mia is back. Yes. Mia, we love it. A diva is the female version of a hustler. Yes. Yes, I know all things Beyonce. I already know. Lord King. Jen F, I would elect to be single. So let me ask you, I just got to know this. This is off the topic, but so when you say at Jen F, are you typing in at Jen F? Like, I don't know how this works when people are typing in these comments. Sometimes I see people type in like the whole, like they would type in, who has a long name? Like, what's her, the Turtle Diaries. Like, how do you get her whole name on there? Do you like meticulously type that out? I just wonder because I'm just like, geez Louise, you guys are some fast typers. But I just wondered if you put at Jen, would she still get it, or do you have to put at Jen F? And back to Jen's question, Darian, you got to know about this. Do you know about the lady who spent 10K on a coach? I got to look that up. 10K. She could have gave me some of that money and I could have helped her out based on what I know. Mel is always so encouraging, dear. Oh yeah, remember we want to give each other compliments. That's right. Thank you, Pamela. I was waiting till I saw that in the chat, but you started us off. Mel is always so encouraging. Darian always on point with the jokes. Kim is like your big sis, direct but loving. Who else? Geez, I love all you guys. Yes. You nailed it. Glad you and your dog coming up with a plan at Butterfly. Yes, I am too. And adding those calories, I want to know though, did he talk about how many calories to add? I think we should take advice of, a couple of people have told me like to add on slow, but what did your doctor say? LOL, Taisha, coming from the married woman. Oh, what she's saying, the Diva verse. Dang, Pam, you're such a bright light in the darkness. Oh, Delilah, what a sweet compliment. I love that. Butterfly is saying, thank you, Darian. Pamela, you bring that calming, measured vibe, that NOLA, Southern vibe that I can relate to. My daddy and family are from NOLA, real people. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. I love that. Kim is saying, hey to Mia. It's like a family reunion. I feel like we're at a family reunion. Mia is such an amazing contributor to this journey, and I'm so happy she is with us. Yes, 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 and I would agree. And Mia, we miss your funny jokes. We miss them. We miss them. Miss you, Mia. Hope all is well, sweetie. Yes. Wait, let me see. Goodness gracious. It's getting me down. Okay. Kim, wait. Kim says, yes, Delilah, love me some Mia. Yes, yes, yes. Perfectly Pamela says, oh, Delilah, how did I miss you? I was just watching your video before the live. Delilah is always bringing a different perspective. Yes, and you know what? Delilah is so knowledgeable. You're very knowledgeable about all things. And, along with Mel and those supplements, you and Mel and those supplements, you guys are on it with knowing, about all that. I appreciate that. Um, Hey there, Mia. People are saying hello to Mia. Jen F, not gonna lie, I looked into a relationship coach matchmaker here in Florida, Southern Florida. And yes, it was quite expensive, but her results were good. Well, Mel, thank you for sharing that because some people may not have wanted to share that. I think that's a good thing. I didn't realize dating coaches were that expensive. Jeez Louise. Like, okay, I wonder for how long, what's going on. Yeah, I got to know some details for 10 grand, even 5 grand, 1,000. I can't even imagine paying $1,000. All right. Do you remember how expensive it was? Was it 10 G's? Jeez Louise. I am a typing wizard. You gotta be. Computer users versus non-computer users is the difference. Okay, okay, all right, I hear you. Mel, I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay, I don't either. But I don't know if I didn't, I couldn't afford it to pay 10 grand. I don't even know if I could afford because I'm on a retirement budget to pay 1,000 grand for a matchmaker. I would rather get me a personal trainer, and then maybe I can match up with the single personal trainer. I opted out though. It is not that unusual. Okay, okay. I'm working on the nerve. I'm shy. Okay, wait. You're working on the nerve to do what? Get a personal trainer. No, the matchmaker. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, okay. I looked over at these comments and just confused myself, Bellflower. I'm sorry. Dee Dee, you going live, and everyone in the chat are the highlight of my week. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. And we love you having you too, and on those Fridays too. And we love hearing about you and your dad and the weight loss and that whole thing. I love it. I love it. JK, if you type the ad and start typing the name, it'll fill it in. I'm doing this from from your laptop. Okay. Okay. See, I'm always on my phone when I'm on the lives, other people's lives. I spoke with my dietitian today and my doctor visit, and she suggested 1,245 calories a day. I feel like you do need more, 1,245. But like Pam said, we are not a doctor. We are not a doctor. But I do feel like you need more. She had me to do the body composition, and she was impressed from the previous. I didn't lose that much muscle. Okay, okay. 1,245. That sounds very low, though. Wow. And so maybe you're smaller, but that still sounds low. Because I know some people that are smaller than you that are told to eat 1,800. Not because I remember your weight. I don't know if you're down in the 120s or the 1 teens, but I know people that are that small that are told to eat 800 calories, but they're also working out and strength training. So maybe that's the difference. I don't know. Um, So yeah, so Felicia is so kind and caring. She is. Keep the compliments going. Keep the compliments going, and don't leave no man or woman left behind. I'm just reading your comments. I agree with all these. You guys are so great. I just love the uplifting. It's a love fest. It is. It is. Mia is always loving and supportive. May God continue to bless you and keep you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, people are saying hello to Mia. Y'all are so sweet. I was multitasking as usual, listening in the shower. My 1 year GLP-1 anniversary or GLP-1 versary is Easter Sunday. Woohoo! Yes, Tia. Trying to figure out a day to go live, but all nights are taken. Well, you could go after, and I don't know. I have to change my date, my time. I know on my Wednesdays time, I have to change my time because my daughter's schedule is changing. So yeah, I'm like, geez, Louise, I know. It's just felt funny because when I started going live, no one was going live at all. So now, you have so many more people and you're trying to be supportive and not do the same time as them. Yeah, it gets tough. It gets tough. So yeah, but I have on my notifications so I could get I'll be there. I will be there with bells on. Love it, love it, love it. 1 year, that is so awesome. I always say that's awesome because, studies show that people don't last a year. Like we are a special group that is lasting this long. Let me see. I left off on Tia saying her anniversary. Let me go. I'm sorry. Okay, I got that. Okay, Darium, Taisha, it only works from the computer. Okay. Oh, okay. See, from the app on my phone. Oh, how did you do that? That is so fancy. I'm never on my computer when I'm on lives. I'm always, somewhere else. I mean, yeah, like on my phone. Um, Kim J is like my friend. I want to squeeze and tell my day to. I love that. I love that. Love it. Healthy Spirit Podcast. Sweet Tea has such a big heart, using the platform to help others after the fires. Yes, wasn't that so sweet? And how are your friends doing? Uh, that were, that lost their homes and just went through that whole fire experience. Sweet Tea, how are they? Happy how did we say that? I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. Terzepiversary, Healthy Spirit Podcast. Oh, thank you, Pam and Dee Dee. You're too kind. Oh my gosh, it's the truth. Pam is fire with that hair, isn't she? I love the hair and the eyebrows, everything. It all with your skin complexion, it all just works. Mel, thanks for being so caring, especially when it comes to the knowledge of women's health. I second that emotion, isn't she? Isn't she? And I've gotten to know Mel. Mel is just a sweetheart. I told her she's beautiful on the inside and out. And a lot of times when you meet a true beauty, sometimes it doesn't always match up, right? The inside and the out. And hers really does. Hers really does. I love that. I love that. Let's see. Where did I leave off? I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Pam with the hair. Okay. Oh, she's saying thank you. Taisha is a typing wizard and a powdered peanut butter. Wait, is it alchemist? What is an alchemist? Chemist. Chemist is what I'm thinking you're trying to say. Don't the compliments feel good? Mel and Tia, I'm riding my bike while I listen to my new goal is to do a pole dance class with Delilah someday. Wow, that's cool. Learn a new skill to stack that retirement type bread. We love that. We love that. I'm trying to stack that retirement bread too. Peanut butter chemist. It's Darium is a brave soul hanging in there with us crazy ladies, always with the words of wisdom. Yes, yes, yes. I told him, don't stop commenting. That's what we love. Darium, thanks for all your kind words of encouragement and wealth of knowledge. I saw there was another woman on YouTube that charges $25K. Jen is still on this coach. Jen, you got to help us with you. We can get a coach together. Let's go half on it. I got 5 on it. We can We gotta get a coach, Jen. And Jen is on it. I love Jen. Jen in her comments, Jen is so direct and to the point, and she is just like, I'm just gonna say it like it is. I love that about you. I love the directness. I'm the type of person I beat around the bush, not to make people feel bad, try to, just kind of, just be so sweet about it. And Jim's like, I don't have time for that. This is how it is. This is what it is. Let's keep it moving. And it's something to be said for that. I love that too. I told you, Mia, I'm coming for you. Threat or promise, I don't care. I felt like that's how Delilah was saying that. Shay is a beast with the consistency. I want to be like Dee Dee when I grow up. Yes, 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 yes. And this funny thing is, I don't even realize I'm being this consistent. I don't even, somebody told me, I think it might have been you or one of the people who told me, but they're like, you're on here every day. And I'm like, I am not. And I wasn't counting the lives. I was just thinking I was putting out 2 videos a week, but I wasn't counting all the times I'm live on here. So yeah, and it's a couple days that I'm not. Sometimes I do a pop-up live. But yeah, so yeah, I can't believe I'm on here. And the Friday night live started out because of me saying I wanted to, date, and then people just loving to have the Friday lives. And it's not a ton of views or anything, but it's just the building the community and the family of it all. Like I just feel like we're a family on there. And it's just fun and funny. I think it's fun and funny. And some of it's serious too, whatever people want to share. But I just appreciate the people that come and talk, because talking about your feelings, talking about relationships, talking about relationships that didn't quite work out, that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do. And so I appreciate coming on there, and we just try to put a fun spin on it. And I don't know, I gotta find out what live this is, but talking about that phone and talking about the phone, if you guys know, if you know, that just is gonna go down as being one of the funnest lives for me so far. Because when I tell you, I was like crying, laughing. I mean, I was legitimately crying, laughing. It was hilarious, hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh, the people are so clever. All right, so what are you guys all saying? I'm thinking, I love this. I love the compliments. There's so many compliments. I missed my spot. Where do I go? Okay, Mia, bring it, sister. I'm ready for it. Delilah. Kim J, thank you. I have so much fun with you. You have such a polished video delivery in the chat. You are a riot. She said 1,800 was too much and I'm 145 pounds. Okay, all right. Well, try what she says, and you'll have to, it's trial and error. I always say, like, this journey is trial and error. I teach area. I'm teaching area at school now. So I said that. But yes, it's trial and error in this whole journey. So you'll have to keep us posted and let us know, and praying for you, praying for you. I love that. I love when you when she leaves a video and she's saying she's praying for me. I feel like I have my prayer warriors out there. Somebody besides my family and friends. Geraldine is another one, Bellflower. They're always saying they're praying for you, praying with you. I just love that. Simply Taisha is the MVP, getting that protein in. No meat. I was a pescatarian for 8 years, but had to come back when I started breastfeeding. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Very good. That's what I'm doing now. I'm a pescatarian. If you have to call me something. Miss Linda is the most amazing woman with so much knowledge and passion, and I adore her. Yes, yes, yes. And you know what? Even though she's so confident, it just is that it comes off with that love, right? Like that love and that love and that like supportive, like, person you can go to. I told her, I said, Miss Linda, when I get that fine man, my man, like Mel and I like to say, when I get that fine man, I'm going to be seeing if I can introduce him to you and let me know what you think. Like, geez, Louise, because she is on it, on it, on it. I love that. I've gotten to catch up on your videos. I got to catch up on your videos. Okay, very good. I can't get all that food in a day when I try. Yeah, it is a lot. When you're eating healthy, is a lot. But if you were just eating, just your, McDonald's, fast food, you could get it all in one sitting. What help it? This matchmaker had levels, so she received different support based on the package. Okay, I believe it started at 5K, then 10K, 15K, then like 25K for the super duper membership. I was like, girl, bye. That is funny. For 25K, that membership needs to not just come with like her services, but it needs to come with a man wrapped in a bow, ready to go. Jeez Louise. I cannot believe it. The family here is so supportive. It makes my day to see all the beautiful faces and the support given to each other. No one is slow to compliment or uplift. What a blessing. It really, really is, isn't it? It really is. Oh, thanks, Darium. Tia, people are saying hello. Mel B. How much have you get? Dario, he says, how much if you get married? That is too funny, too funny. Jeez Louise. Okay, okay. Healthy Spirit Podcast says Delilah is so resistant. I don't know if I could weather all your storms, but God, I am your biggest fan. Yes, yes, yes. That's a great way to put it. Great way to put it, Tia. Oh my goodness. Yes, I say that too. Delilah has been through so many things, and just you just have to it seem like you're such a caring heart. And I'm going to tell you on that live on Saturday, I noticed the stuff. I know you were saying something about your hair doesn't this and that. Your hair looks so good. It's so thick. Most people want thick like hair like that. Like maybe not long because everybody doesn't want long hair, but it's so thick and pretty. And you just had, your whole skin thing you had going on. It looked so great. So I think we're so hard on ourselves, and I'm like that too. I could get on here some days and say I shouldn't release this video. I look a mess, but I'm okay because some days you look good and some days you don't, and so I think it's fine. But I think we're harder on ourselves than most people are on us. We kind of are harder on ourselves. So you look great, Delilah, and I'm enjoying your lives too. I love that you're going live. I love to see people step out of their comfort zone, and I don't always do it on some things. Like I'm not an outdoors person. I know, yeah, if you were with me in Jamaica somewhere, I would not be wanting to go scuba diving or doing any of that stuff. So for me, that would be like going out of my comfort zone to do something like that. So we all have our things. We all have our things. So I just love that you're stepping out there, going live. Love it, love it. Let's see. What are you guys saying? It's Darium just cracks me up. It cracks me up. Um, Perfectly Pamela, love girl. Will always remember you pushing me to I'm sorry. Just do it. Before starting my channel, I finally did it. Still a work in progress, but I truly appreciate the encouragement. Oh my goodness. Yes, I remember that in the chat. She's like, just do it. That's too funny. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Mail to the bee. I typed it out, but it won't tag them unless it's from a computer or yourself at Delilah Rodriguez will occasionally work. Okay, all right, very good. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Maybe on Sunday I'll have more time. Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe on Sunday when I'm just sitting down. Usually during the week, I'm still like, maneuvering with my daughter and all that. I can't really be as focused as I need to. So maybe on Saturday, well, during your live, I'll be at the car dealership. Well, yeah, I think so. So I'll try to take my iPad and see if I could type if it's different than my phone. King Darium, no extra cost. You just have to give her your firstborn. I told you we could get half 5 on it, Mel. I got 5 on it, not 5,000 though. Can you imagine if I told my dad I paid 5,000 for a matchmaker? He would shame me. I couldn't come outside. He was like, I could have got you a match for free, but no, he couldn't because I'm still waiting. Oh, Tia, thank you so much. That was just so touching. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. Working up the nerve to join you on the live. Yes, you have to. We got to see each other face to face. I want somebody to come on here. I may have to tag team with our Zen sis. Aisha for moral support. Okay, we're gonna put it together. Put it together. I love that. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Mel B is my role model. Mel B is the queen when it comes to research and asking all the questions we want the answers to. Yes, yes, yes. Sounds about right at Mel B. Don't make me cry, y'all. Kim J and DD. Yes, yes, yes. Kim knows. We're gonna have you crying because Mel, seriously, you are just such a beauty. You are a beauty. I'm gonna say that and then I'm gonna cry saying this. But yeah, you are beautiful on the inside and out. I just love that. I love that. I love that. I think you are just a sweetheart, so thoughtful. I could go on and on and on. All right, Kim J is becoming the resource queen. Yes, ma'am. Reviewing all the things. I can't. Yes, yes, yes. Kim is reviewing a lot of things. That's a good way to angle to look at it. An alchemist was a kind of early scientist or philosopher, especially active in the Middle Ages and Renaissance, who studied a mix of chemistry, philosophy, and is that mysticism? Ooh. Oh, geez, Louise, Delilah, you're another one that has all these facts. I absolutely love it. Pole dancing for the win, Mia. Pole dancing. I love that. I told you guys I have a friend that has a pole dancing studio. She had one in Ohio. It closed down. She became a professor. It's like as soon as she became a professor at a college, she closed that the pole dancing now. But she also has a pole dancing. She's actually my sorority sister. She has a pole dancing studio in New York. I'm telling you, I got a friend for everything you guys say. And you probably was like, Dee Dee has a friend for everything, but I'm telling you, the plastic surgeon came through. My bodybuilding friend, she's coming through. She came on the live the other day and was talking. The pole dancing friend, she could come through now. If you want some pole dancing exercise tips, I can see if I can get her on here. But yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, I do. I have a friend for all occasions. That's so funny. Let's see. Where do we leave off? The pole dancing. Okay, sorry about that. Jen F, girl, thanks for making me laugh, especially the one night. You remember. I think Jen is funny. Jen has a dry sense of humor, though. You may not catch it, but it's funny to me. I just think Jen is fabulous. It's Darren. We will be starting his relationship. Wait, why do you have the arrow pointing to you? You guys are hilarious to me. Just hilarious. Like, no, you didn't put that arrow pointing to yourself. 2.5 for pre-orders. I'm sorry. No, no, ma'am, no, sir, no way. Am I paying 2.5? Now if I had if I had Mel B's money, maybe. But with this retirement budget, I can't even do it. Even the stocks in the crypto is not gonna help me with that one. Woo, you guys are so funny. Funny. Mel B, are you seriously surprised? You are hashtag goals. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. That's so funny. And she's a beauty, the good, true beauty. I opened this picture of Mel and my daughter's like, ooh, she is beautiful. I say yes, she is. The great thing is she's beautiful on the inside too. I try to tell my daughter, you got to be beautiful on the inside and out. And so, yeah, I just love that. Love that. I love Jen F's honesty. It's so refreshing. I like it too. I like it too. Sorry, keep hitting enter too fast. Kim J had that hula hoop for 3 years and still couldn't do it. So you had that hula hoop and you couldn't do it, and Kim was on there rocking it out, wasn't she? I love that. I love it. Jen F, that's probably my lady here in Miami, Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Okay, all right, very good. That charge the 10K. Geez, so I gotta look into that. I am not mad at the pole dancing goals. These meds are expensive. Tony Gaskin, how much he charged? He also comments on the pop the balloon. Yes, I used to watch him. He's very, he's long-winded. As I'm on here almost 2 hours, I'm saying he's long-winded. But yeah, I used to watch him and then I stopped. I don't have time to watch much of anything. Trying to watch all you guys, your videos and trying to do my thing. It's like, it's like a treat for me when I can get my Netflix in and watch the Housewives of Atlanta. Who watches the Housewives of Atlanta? Who watches the Housewives of Beverly Hills? I'm on all those. That's like my guilty pleasure show. Like all those housewives on Bravo. I watch them all. I like the Sunset on Netflix, but what's it called? Sunset. They're selling real estate. What's that show called? I love that. That's on break now. What else have you guys seen that movie it's on Hulu called Scamanda? Have you guys seen that? Anybody seen that Scamanda? Why am I off on this tangent? But I don't know. Jen says, LOL, I can't believe y'all haven't seen this drama. No, I gotta go find the drama. I'm not watching anything, Jen, but drama about these GLP-1s. You're on everything. How do you have time? Maybe you have time because you're doing everything but making videos right now. You need to make some videos, Jen. And then you're going to be like, the only drama I know is GLP-1 drama. Her name is Coach Cass, one of the few women of color I've seen that's a coach. Let's ask that relationship dating expert about that. That's coming on April 25th. Mark your calendars. We have to ask her, like, what's the going rate? What does she charge? Does she charge that much? I've been doing this 3 years and it only gets better with time. The community makes it all worth it. 3 years you've been a content creator. Jeez Louise. Wow, you probably told me that. I don't know. Did you? That's a long time. You're doing a great job. I love it. I love it. You're on there just like telling yourself, don't you find this is like therapy? Do you guys find the content creators in here? Do you feel like this is like also a form of therapy for you guys to like talk through things? And, we're helping people, but we're also getting help from people. So I feel like this is kind of like a therapy for me. I've been on the phone with the insurance company. Beverly said, there is no stopping me. There is no waiting. I've been on the phone with the insurance company. They were open to you. They were open. Thank you, Jen. Didn't get anywhere. Oh, she gave me a phone number for my doctor to call for a clinical review. No, 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 no. Call back in the morning and talk to a different person. That lady, if she's working tonight, she's probably not working in the morning. Call back. Try that. I would be calling again. I called again when that shift ended. I get a different person. No problem. Wait. Oh, for telling her. But yeah, now Jen, what do you think she should do? I think she should call back and get a different. And I told you too, ask for a supervisor. That's what you need to do in the morning. Call and ask for a supervisor to talk to somebody. You need answers. Let's see. Not much. I'll call the doctors. Okay. Oh, this is a new one. Okay. I was like, this is the same thing or no? The only thing she was able to tell me is that they denied it for additional information other than illnesses. Wait, not much. I'll call the doctor's office in the morning. I'm frustrated already. They denied it for additional information. Any other illnesses? Wait, not much. What do you mean, wait, not much? Okay. Yeah, see, I told you, I'm going to send you that list. Email me. I'm going to send you that. Um, I'll send you, Bev, I'll text you my email, or you could just click it in the description of this. But yeah, use all those guidelines I gave you, and just like next to them, like make it bullet points. Like I'll put it in a doc and just check off. Like that is so thorough. Like all the information you need. I don't know what's not on there. I'll send that to you and just have that all filled in. Cause like we say, we don't know what your doctor sent. That's the thing. And so your doctor already sent the initial stuff. So yeah, you want to just make sure this second time is thorough. I love Delilah's honesty and being who she is. Yes, 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 I would agree. Taisha, you are the best free morning therapist there is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's to your flowers, fam. You're all up in our heads, helping us think things. She said, you're all up in our heads, helping us think things through. Much appreciated. I love that. I love that. Healthy Spirit Podcast. I try, LOL. Somebody else said you're like their therapist. Taisha. And here she's giving me free advice and I'm not even taking it. Jeez Louise. Well, I wasn't. Jen says, yeah, it sounds like a doctor's office problem. Yes, 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 yes. Like they didn't give enough information the first time. So that's why I want her to be thorough, because I don't know. You should be able to appeal the appeal if it doesn't go through. But why go through that? Hit them where it's at thorough. You want everything documented. You know, I leave no stone unturned. Like if I go somewhere, I'm having everything in the kitchen sink too. So you don't have to ask me for extras. I'm doing it, especially at a appeal. Mia, let's seriously plan something for a goal. Like once we hit such and such a size or weight, or was a size or whatever we decide, and meet up for the class, painting and fun. Explore. So you guys live near each other, or you're gonna meet up, Delilah and Mia? Darium, that's no joke. Pen expensive. And I don't want a DoorDash. I'm watching too much P Valley. P Valley watching the right moves in the pole game. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that I thought, is that P Valley still on? Oh my gosh. Simply Taisha is a life coach. Simply Taisha. There you go, honey buns. Oh, Miss Linda, you're too kind. Agreed, said Darium. Oh, mail to the B. I just looked Coach Cass up. Her total amount isn't published, but I see she is advertising a monthly payment plan. Hashtag not joking. VIP is $700 a month. Jeez, Louise. That's a lot of money. For 25K, he better not have a tiny phone. Oh, no, you didn't, Turtle Diaries. No, you didn't. I love it. That's right. That's right. He better have the biggest, the biggest phone they sell. I mean, come on now. He better have an iPad. Not forget the phone. He needs an iPad for 25K. I agree. Do not start. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure he has to use quarters to make his coffee. Oh my God. And then Kim comes in with, you're so kind and supportive. And we're trying to, and you guys are talking on the phone. Jeez, Louise. Oh no, we back on the tiny phone. Dare you self-edit. You guys are so funny. This is turning into Divas After Dark. If only we could on YouTube. That's why Delilah has so many gems to drop, because she's been through a lot. But we appreciate all the gems. Yes, yes, yes. It's a learning experience. Oh, thank you, Miss Dee Dee. I'm working on it, losing my hair. And the handfuls has been hard. But now that the uterus is out of my hair, it's out, my hair will stop coming out like that, and it will grow back in. And you can't even tell. Geez Louise, you had even thicker hair. I mean, geez Louise. I mean, Taisha, you are hilarious. I love that. I'm down for that, Delilah. We are close in weight right now. Maybe our next 100 pounds down. 338 has got me captured. Goal is still 336 for the first 100 pounds down. Gained too much on 10. Oh, you gained on 10. Oh, geez. 12.5 milligram is it. Very good. Very good. Yeah, you'll be there at, you'll get there 100 pounds. I mean, geez, Louise, that is an accomplishment. You and Mary, not Mary. No, not Mary. You and Linda. Linda's almost somebody else. Oh, Mindy. Mindy's almost at 100 too. You guys are awesome. I just can't even wait till I get even close in the vicinity. I can round up to it. I say you round up to it. Kim J is a sassy angel. She's also hilarious. She said sassy. Wait a minute. Shout out to Kim J for bringing back the high fiber PB. That is too funny. Heck yes, Mia, that's a deal. All right, very good. I love that. I love that. Hi, everyone. Just got here. What did I miss? I was babysitting my granddaughter. Well, I hope your granddaughter's gone because this has turned into Dee Dee after Dr. Bobby. Dee Dee, you have an awesome group of people in this GLP-1 family that you build. We come with all the gyms every day in support of each other. Thank you for making that safe space, Dee Dee. Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Taisha is the sweetheart of the community, always smiling, always calming. I feel like I should be saying that calmly. Simply Taisha is simply the best. Simply the best. Dun, dun, dun. Better than all the rest. Isn't that Tina? Oh, I love me some Tina Turner. Oh my goodness. Dr. Bobby, we're having a blast. So, Dr. Bobby, we're giving each other compliments right now. And I love all the compliments I'm seeing coming through. You all could do a Zoom for those who don't want to be in the live. Yeah, well, we're have to plan that. I absolutely love Taisha's lab and how she stays. She says coffee. Does she say coffee? Coffee? Coffee. I have to catch that. Yes, Mel is beautiful inside and out, but she's a mess too. Kim loves everybody. Thanks, Darium. I will tell my husband. Oh, that's so sweet. I love how Mel B presents and is super supportive and knowledgeable, but Lord knows I pity the fool that crosses her. Delilah equals funny, strong, vulnerable, and real. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. I love that. Um, Miss Linda, Dee Dee read that definition in her teacher's voice. I tried to. I tried to. Tia, gorgeous, kind, highly intelligent. Yes, you know what? That highly intelligent. I love that. I can tell she's a numbers girl. I can relate to that. I can relate to that. I love it. Love it. Kim J. And Tia is, wait a minute now. Tia is a beauty. Tia is a beauty. I saw her on Instagram. I'm like, look at this beautiful lady. For some reason, I don't know, I feel like the Instagram pictures and stuff come through so much clearer than the YouTube stuff. I don't know what that's about, but I just do. Okay, Delilah is the kind of lady you want to have your back in this world. She does the best at saying just the right things when people need a push or encouragement. Also, she helped hide a body. Oh, very good. I love Delilah. Dr. B is my favorite PhD. She's so sweet, funny, caring, kind, intelligent, and creative. I absolutely adore her. I love that. I love how you say you were so fascinated when you said, I know a real doctor. Miss Linda is the GOAT, plus goals, plus beautiful. Yes, 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 I would say so. I agree 110%. Darium, do that price come with a well-educated man? Good looking. He don't have to be light-skinned though. Delilah is a godsend. She gives me so much support. Yes, yes, yes. Delilah is awesome. Shay equals funny, kind, optimistic, and truly beautiful. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. That's extra at Beverly. My price includes a man who's 5'4" and most of his teeth. Oh, you crack me up, Darium. I think you missed my Miss Linda's Love Fest, so I'll repeat. Miss Linda is the most amazing woman with so much knowledge and passion. I adore her. Yes, yes, yes. If I missed that, I'm glad you said it. I'll read that again because I agree. I think you missed Miss Linda's Love Fest. So I'll repeat, Miss Linda is the most amazing woman with so much knowledge and passion. I adore her. That night, Jeff's sense of humor was nothing less than wet, nothing dry that night. I'm still at. Oh my gosh. At Darium, how much for all the teeth? Oh my goodness, that is too funny. Oh heck no. Hula hoop charges. Oh, that's the premium package since you're a friend. 12K. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't watch TV. I watch you. Okay, y'all, let's pray. God will please bless me with my man, my man, my man, the one that you ordained. Amen. I love that. I love that. Very good. I also hear, oh, yeah, they have a podcast, Amanda. I don't I need to watch. I didn't watch. Did I watch the end of it? I can't remember. She did. She ended up going to jail. I remember. She's gonna be out. She's gonna be out. I hope she has a change of heart. Delilah, you are too sweet. When I read your comments online, I think of you as a friend that I already know. Would love to meet you one day. Oh, so sweet. But Mel B, when it comes to your doorstep, will you let him in? Man, I may have to stay single. No, Pamela, we can't do it. It's worth it. Now for his money, yeah. I'm with you on that, Pamela. Yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it. Butterfly, Mel B, I've been praying almost 12 years for a husband and he hasn't came yet. I'm done. No, not 12 years. Jeez Louise. Please know you can buy some. Oh, this is too funny to me. Oh my goodness gracious, gracious. It's like a group session. It is. It's like a group session. Jeez Louise. Let me take this banner off because we no longer talk about how to say GLP-1. Jeez Louise. I love it, love it, love it. So funny. You guys are cracking me up. Okay, I think where did I leave off? Um, Mel is breaking everybody down. I love it. Tia, it took me a couple of times to figure out the weighted hula hoop. I just looked at someone's YouTube video tutorial and 1, 2, 3, got it. All right. Jen, I love this one. Okay. Funny, sarcastic, pretty, and mysterious. Well, wait a minute. I got to read that over. Funny, sarcastic, pretty, and mysterious. And she said that like she meant that. Like we want to know. She's broken down. She's grown on me. Period. That is so funny, so funny, so funny. Miss Linda, I am planning a 50-state tour and do meetups to celebrate with my peeps. I'm definitely gonna find you. I love that. I love watching the dating coaches. Not that I follow any. Jen, you are one of a kind. You are one of a kind. Darium, you are supportive and soft speaking and kind. Your voice is so appreciated. Your opinion matters. We see you and we hear you. I love that, Darium. King Darium for the win. Will King Darium ring? Will he ring the bell? Just kidding. My last comment should have said Jen F, not Jeff. Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. I think I knew you were talking about Jen though. He will ring the bell, but can he get past the doorman? What are you trying to say? Thank you so much, Linda's Journey. You're the sweetest. Okay, very good. Kim J, thank you so much. I just got a Better Help counseling commercial. Oh, wow. Guess the algorithm is listening. It's so funny. You are kidding me. Jeez, Louise. Butterfly, never give up. I like I say, never give up, honey. You never know. Your Boaz may come, may not come when you think he should. But if he is to come, he'll be right on time. Just be ready. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Linda's Journey. How the heck did I miss all of these messages? DD, I'm going to fly to my homie Mia. Remember, that's right. You fly for free. Okay. Oh, very good. I love that. I love it. Okay, it says, what God has for you is for you, Butterfly. It's in his timing and not ours. Okay, very good. Very good. I love this. P Valley. Yes. My MVP plans start at an affordable $500 a month. $500. Sweet tea at not the telephone. Did she just say he better have an iPad? Good luck for 25K? Yes, ma'am. Taisha, gorgeous, inspiring, no nonsense, sensitive, and family oriented. Yes. Taisha is no nonsense. Um, I love it. iPad, I'm crying. Yes, just for that cash. Oh man. Sweet Tea, you are so funny. You done got Dee Dee started. Sweet Tea, you better be ready for what he got. Don't be changing your mind. Mia, you're gonna get there, sweetie. I just believe it. Don't start, Miss COO and Mr. CCO. Yes. They're going back and forth. I see that. Now I see I was in the top chat and not the she said she was in the top chat and not the live chat. Oh my gosh, laughing so much. You guys are so funny. Thank you, Delilah. Hey, geez, 101. How are you? Jen F, the CCS and CCO and CEO about to make Ratchet come out again for a little bit. Oh, that is too funny. Hey there. Sweet Tea, we miss your singing. King Darium, confident, funny, intelligent, and loyal. Bobby says, I'm cracking up, and I'm definitely watching this from the beginning. Granddaughter is asleep, LOL. Yes, we've had so much fun. You know, we started giving each other compliments. And Dr. Bobby, my compliment for you is I think you are so just like put together, but at the same time fun and like free. You know what I mean? Like, when you think of a doctor, you think of somebody that's kind of like, rigid, but I feel like you kind of got some footloose and fancy freeness going on. Your video with the hair, she uses Shea moisturizer products. I love that. I used to use that on my daughter's hair with the curls, because you got the curls going on too with the naturally curly hair. So that was so cool. I said, now where did you get this? Did you get that out of Target? But I think aren't you, don't you got a band going on with that Target? But your videos are super cool. I love how you were doing your hair in the video, and I just said, this is my girl. I can relate to her with this Shea Moisture, the hair care products. Love it. Geez, 101. What's up? People are saying tread lightly. These ladies are in rare form. Kim J, I'm still waiting for the Chipotle story time. Kim, now he got on you. Dario got on you about that Chipotle. Everybody's wanting to know what's up with that Chipotle. Yes, Dee Dee, Tia is beautiful. She is, truly is. Geez, 101. Happy Hump Day. It's Dario. They're in there Friday for not most of his teeth. I love Delilah. Even though I think I'm old enough to be your mother, I feel like we are sisters. Yes, yes, yes. It's Darium for $500, sir, in this economy. We can't pay anything for $500, but these meds, if we need the meds, that's about as far as we can go. I just love Delilah's ear hugs, even if she doesn't want to hug herself. Oh, that's sweet. I mean, Taisha. Hey, Mel to the B. Shay is all of that. Shay is all of that. Mel. Thank you. Thank you. Darium is not going to sign up. No, thanks. My man got to have all his. My prices are competitive and I'm absorbing the tariff costs. Okay, well, we might have to go with that. This doesn't sound like this other lady has got the tariff. She's like, she got the tariff times two. Geez, Louise. Who was that? Patty Stanger. She was a matchmaker, and I know she was charging an arm and a leg, and she does not have a good record. Any of us could be the. We don't have to have a good record. Now that I think about it, Beverly, don't give up on the man with the removable with the removable teeth. He's loyal and doesn't need a lot of time in the bathroom. Geez, Louise. Dr. B, my mommy is 59, so I'm so not likely, ma'am. However, I'll be your sister and I'll meet you in Iceland on the next trip. Wow. Okay, very cool. I love that. I love that. You guys are some fast typers. Oh, butterfly. Okay, Mel, when are you praying? Call my name, please. You know what they say. Pray for me as I pray for you. Dee Dee, I'm so glad you decided to create your own channel and always have great info for your supporters. I like your funny sense of humor and your compassion for people. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you know what? That's one of the things that I love about being with people and amongst people is just, I just love people. I don't know too many people I don't like. Now, do I know some folks that I don't need to be hanging out with? Yeah. But I can find something great about, everybody. I really can. And just have a connection with people. And I could just go in any kind of circle and talk it up and yap it up and talk to people. And I like that about myself. I think that's a great quality to have, to be able to be in any kind of room and relate to people. But I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. So if something's going on, you got to let me know. You got to tell me so I can, get that compassion kick in. But I just love people. I just love people. I don't know what to say. I just do. So I think that's a good quality to have, to be a lover of people. And I love to, make people, feel good. Somebody's not happy. I like to try to brighten their day, make people feel good. And I give people grace. I really do. I say that a lot about myself because like I said, we are our own worst critics. But I think, we're so quick to give other people grace. We don't always give ourselves grace. So I like to do that with people. But as Taisha tells me, no, D, you gotta stop doing that. You're a little bit too much of that. So yeah, so I just gotta love to come here and like I always say, spread joy, spread joy, spread joy. So yeah, I'm excited. You guys have so many things in the chat. I'm gonna try to go down them real quick. I think my daughter dozed off and went to sleep because I haven't heard her. I watch a million YouTube videos legit. I've had it 3 years. I can't do it, but I had to take 2 rings out last time I tried due to the fat loss, the non-scale victory. Wait a minute. I can't do it, but I had to take 2 rings out. Oh, last time I tried due to the fat. Oh, okay. Of those, the hula hoops. Okay. Yeah. I'm like some of these comments and so many comments in between. I have to think about what the connection was. Beverly, absolutely. I promote. I will, girl. Taisha offers the kind of advice that truly resonates. Her wisdom is both calming and empowering, making my mornings better. Yes, yes, yes. Dr. B sells some art. I'll be first in line. Yes, I saw that too. I was like, wow, you took that romaine lettuce head or a little piece of the romaine lettuce and you made artwork. I thought that was so clever and cool. So you an artiste, which was also good to learn about you. But I, of course I made that hair connection because it reminded me of my daughter. Um, it's so funny. I'm taking my daughter on Friday, Dr. B, to have her hair straightened out. And she's so excited, about having her hair straight because it's always usually curly. So, get to do that for Easter. So that'll be cool for her. Let's see. What else are you guys saying? Yes, so I live in Virginia, not too far from Virginia Beach. Oh, I have some family there. Virginia Beach. Okay, okay. All right, Miss Linda. Lord, bless these single people looking for love. Open their eyes to see beyond the surface and see how you see them. They're worthy of love, support, and growth. Okay. So it's Darium. So do you think you must think some of us are superficial in this because you always say look beyond the surface, look beyond. So do you think some people are just looking at like things that probably don't matter when you're looking for a relationship? What do you think, Darium? What do you think, King Darium? Yes, Miss Linda, my brother's trying to get stationed in DCA, so you'll be super close. I love that. I love that. Wait, Mel, I'm a sassy angel. Really? That's all you got? Come again, sus, in Jesus' name. Sassy angel, you tried it, Kim. You tried it. I mean, Mel, you tried it. That's how I picture her saying that. I can't be as sassy as Kim J. Sweet Tea, I have no words for the kind human you are. You're just one of the best. Yes, and Sweet Tea, that video with her and her sister, that's my favorite of all time. I just love that, love to see it. Kim J is so beautiful and caring and gorgeous. Darium, you are so, Darium is crazy. Mel, she wants you to say something else. She said, dig deep, honey. Let the Lord lead you. Let the Lord lead you. Yes. Bellflower, it is so funny. I'm just reading these comments like you guys are hilarious. I will be watching and cracking up from my walking pad to the I don't think Dr. B knows about the tiny phone. She probably doesn't. See you in the comments tomorrow, Taisha. Dr. B and I use the same Shea. You use same. I didn't see that. You use Shea Moisture treatment. You can buy it online or Walmart or Amazon or even at the grocery store. Yes, they do sell at the grocery store too. Dr. B, Bobby B, your picture is beautiful. It is. Bev, King Darium has a discount service, 2-for-1 specials on services. Friday form on Wednesday. Yes. I'm trying to work with the folks. Pockets at Mel B. I'm here for the people. All of you are beautiful, kind, and simply amazing. From Dee Dee and Taisha and all the content creators and supporters. One super cool community. I would agree. And thank you for that. Thank you for that. Mia, an iPad sound. Sounds like an emergency room visit. Alexander Bell Graham didn't plan on this when he invented those tiny, hard to see telephones. Oh, Mia came through. I love it. I love it. Yes, you are right. Male, 2 men and no team. You guys are so hilarious. Dang it, Mia, you made me spit my water. I know. So you're 56, and Delilah, I think you said your mom was 59. Did you say 59? Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny. You're still too young to be my mom, Dr. B. Beverly Garner, yes, I'm with you. The man That man need those teeth. That is too funny. Darium says, Mia, the fact that you mentioned Alexander Graham Bell in everyday combo is oh my goodness gracious. Jeez Louise. Dee Dee, you can get along with everybody because you're a chameleon. You adapt to your environment. I'm like that as well. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you got to. Everybody's different. You gotta learn people too, right? You gotta learn how people operate. Once you know how people operate, I can maneuver. It's just gotta figure it out sometimes. Dee Dee, I appreciate you so much. You bring laughter and light and somehow still keep it 100% real. Oh, thank you. I try to. I try to. I try to. You know what? I said, it's Diriam. Did you hit the like button? Are you subscribed? Yes, I've been saying Diriam. So many people watch but haven't subscribed. So that is so funny. And what was I going to say? Yeah, keeping it 100% real. I try to. Nobody's perfect though. Nobody's perfect. But I say, if somebody is really worth getting to know and being a sister friend or a brother sister friend, and the guys, G's 101, and it's Darium's case. You got to get to know people. You got to get to know what makes people tick. You got to get to know like what people's triggers are, what people like and don't like. And, with all my friends, a lot of my friends are 30 years plus. I really don't have a lot of people that I just met. Because once I met them, they just become a friend and a friend forever. So I have a lot of those friends that are 30 plus years. That I've 40-year friendships I have with people that we still, are rocking and talking and cool. And so, and that's good. And you know what? Everybody has to have their own thing. I think God had that in the plan for me because, my immediate family is deceased. My mom is gone. My dad is gone, so thank God, I have these friendships that are like family, that are like sisters, and brothers, the guy friends that I have. So I think that's great. I think that's great. And I'm getting to know some people in this community like that too. And so, once you have a friend in me, you got to ride or die. A friend forever. And I'm not a perfect, I will make mistakes. Everybody does. No one's perfect, but for the most part, I'm coming with good intentions. If, something goes wrong and something I did or said, or you did or said, and we didn't talk about it. So that's why I'm a person. I like to communicate. I am a talker, and, things I'm doing here on YouTube, I do this in my class. Giving compliments is my thing, on the board. I'll show you guys one day. I took a picture of that board, a compliment board. We try to change it every Monday. We put sticky notes up, and, if a kid doesn't get a compliment, I give them a compliment and write it up there. And so, it's just what you learn to do being a teacher for 31 years. Because can you imagine? I got so many tricks up my sleeve. And, we talk to another thing that I do with the students that I think, what might be a good practice to do in some of these groups too is, we talk about what zone they're in, right? If they're in the red zone, we know the feelings involved with that. If they're in the yellow zone, we know the feelings involved with that. And we talk about it. They come in and sometimes they go in the corner that tells how their day is going. Or I'll ask the student, are you in the red zone today? Because I can see the expression on their face. And that lets me know to be gentle with them that day or for that amount of time. Or my goal is to make their day better. And I could just tell by the zone. And, here, when you're in the comments and you're texting and you're emailing, people can say things and it might rub you the wrong way because you don't see the intent behind it. You don't know if people are coming in the chat upset about something and you could say something to further upset them. And so you don't know. So I say to you guys, and people that interact with me, give me the benefit of the doubt. Like, let me be the person, because I'm always giving the benefit of the doubt to my detriment, I would say. But I'm always the person. I see things like the glass half full. I can't help that about myself. I just do. If I saw the glass half empty, when my dad, my mom, and my niece were killed in a year and a half, or my niece, she was killed, but it was an accident. I would have crumbled. You can't do that. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it going. You gotta stay strong. You gotta, have those people you can go to and talk to. I have a strong faith. That's another thing I have. That's probably my number one thing is my faith is strong. And so, I don't want to be on here giving a soapbox, but I just say to people, for me, my number one thing is, prayer. And I haven't always been like this. Like I've developed into this person over time. But, with my family and friends that, already know me and, I don't really give a lot of chances. My expectations are kind of high. I found myself like kind of lighting up and giving people, grace as I've gotten older. And but the shenanigans I cut off. Like honestly, when I turned 50, I cut things off. I did. And here in this community, I'm kind of getting to know people and all of that. And the more we get to know each other and we're around each other, we'll learn each other. And you'll know like what irritates somebody and what doesn't. But that kind of takes time, right? Because friendships develop over time. That friend that's known me for 40 years, she knows how to push my buttons and I know how to push hers, and we avoid doing that. That's the BFF I was telling you that lost 100+ pounds, right? So it's a learning experience. It's a learning experience. And for me, it's so hard for me because I have so many different groups of friends. It's kind of hard to keep it all together. And so, I'm just really here to be a support for people and in the best possible way. In the best possible way. I'm, really not trying to ruffle any feathers. I'm just on here trying to share my story and just have a little fun. I think sometimes people got to loosen up and have some fun. And yeah, so that's me. And I love the compliments in here. You guys have so many compliments. I'd be here forever if I was reading all of those compliments, but I gotta go. It's 2:35. I gotta call that insurance company. They said I could call. I'm be like Bev, calling them up 24 hours because I didn't tell you guys I don't have any hot water at all. So I boiled a pot of water. So they told me it was something going on with my water heater. So my insurance, like I said, I have to call them back and let them know like the make and model of it. But so while I'm boiling water over here and pouring it in the tub, my daughter was like, "This is so fun. I love this." Meanwhile, I'm annoyed because I have to do that. But I could go to my dad's house and take a shower, and if I just really wanted to, do it. But maybe I will if I can't get them here by this weekend. So hopefully they could come. So yeah, I don't have any hot water. I'm just chilling out. I got hot air. I got hot everything else, but no water, no hot water. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I can't read all the comments because you guys have so many. I just love that you gave each other a compliment. Yeah, that's another thing. Tomorrow I have that funeral. It's not a funeral. It's like a visitation. I'm going to go after work and stop by. My dad's going to pick my daughter up for me so I can make it there. So tomorrow's going to be a rough day. So, you guys just don't know. Mia, who showed up in the chat today, it just made me laugh. And, all you guys giving each other compliments. The new people that we have had that came today. Miss Tia, was that her name? And then it was another Maria was in here. Another Maria was in here. The newer people that came, you guys made my night because tomorrow it's going to be stressful for me because, funerals are not my thing. And, her mom passed. It's just been making me think about my mom all week. And so this is a nice distraction for me. So tomorrow I'm going to be distracted with the kids and then I head there. So I may call somebody and just talk to them until I get there. My other cousin's going to meet me there. Her mom passed away too. She's the cousins from my dad's side, and her mom and my dad were super close. And so she'll be there. So I don't even know if we're going to be there at the same time though, because it's like a window. And I'm still going to work tomorrow. So you guys have just been, you distracted me. So I'll be able to sleep good because I'll be tired. Who knows? I might be hanging on the phone till midnight trying to give them the make of my water heater. But I appreciate you all. I'm not going to name names because I'll miss somebody. I love you all. I just think that you guys are so great. I'm having a ball on YouTube. I can't believe for somebody who didn't even want to be like on the video, I'm on live 3 times a week. So I will see you guys on Friday, Good Friday. Remember, the Friday, the 425, that's going to be the relationship expert. And I'm going to put that thumbnail up probably this weekend and get it out for next Friday. But Sunday, I doubt if I come on. Sunday, I'm going to just be loving on my daughter. I'm cooking for my dad and my daughter. I'm going over one of my friends' houses on Sunday. So I'll be super busy. So I'll come back that following Sunday with an update. Yeah, so it'll be 2 weeks. So I got a lot to talk about before then. So maybe I'll have to put out a couple of videos. But you guys have a good night. Look at this. It's 10:36. We've been on here for two hours. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Dr. Bobby, you got to go back and watch the beginning of it where we talk about titrating up and your insurance company. And Bev, I'm going to send you that email. I'm going to do that, honey. I see you sent me your email address. I'm going to email you this information. I'm going to put it in the doc, and you have to keep us posted. And thank you guys for helping my girl, Bev. Thank you. She got a lot of information. I appreciate that. And, you know, hopefully this appeal is going to be successful, or I might have to call up that doctor myself. I might have to have my doctor friend call that doctor. How about that? That is crazy. I'm just so annoyed by this, but okay, I gotta go. I could just talk to you guys forever. You guys have a good night. I'm sorry I didn't get to read all the chat, but I gotta get my buns in the bed. You know, I have a tough day tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night. Love you guys. Bye.